y'all moved it all the way to talking about sin and breaking this down. It ain't that deep.
Well, okay. So it is that deep, and that's the problem. Y'all stay so surface level with this life. Listen,
No, I'm not being surface level.
Boy, you don't want me to
Here's the
make it
thing,
back to
you're
the crib
being
and break out my.
disingenuous.
You don't want to do
you
that.
better break out your coordinates. You better not break out your
He
Bible.
said the
What do you-
coordinates.
You better break
Here's
out
the
your
issue.
coordinates.
You're being
Concordancy.
disingenuous. You're sitting here and playing with the Bible, and that's crazy,
I
bro.
am not playing with the
Because
Bible.
what
Just
you're saying is
what
that
I said
you
was
cannot.
uncontrolled.
You're saying you cannot commit sin with thought, and there are literally verses in the Bible that talk about doing that exact thing. That's insanity, E.
All right, give me verse. Read. What's
E,
verse
I'm
that
not going to
says?
keep playing this game with you.
Not
Because
like
at this
it's.
point, now you're playing a race.
I'm
Like,
not
if we're going to
playing
be
with
serious,
you.
let's be serious.
I am being dead serious, and you just don't like that I read my Bible. And I get that maybe we read it in a different context, right? But the point that I'm saying is the enemy have the power to cast thoughts to you. This is why the Bible tells us to cast down the thought. Like you can catch a thought that's not you. Every thought that you thought doesn't come from you can be planted from the devil. So this idea just because I thought means that I'm in sin, it's when I let that thought be planted into my heart. I start meditating that thought.
Question. You know what? I'm going to concede it. I'm even going to give you that BS. So let me ask you this. When you are actively flirting, are you acting on the thought?
When you're actively flirting, I think most people don't even know they're flirting.
Actively? Okay,
Really...
so, hey, Sharon, you're not going to call liar language now? We're not going to play that game today. All right. E, you can't be serious right now, homie.
I think most people think they're being nice.
So let me ask you. I'm going to ask you this question again.
We can go back to the video.
I'll say this. E-wife, and no disrespect, we're just having a conversation here. So I just want to just visualize you.
Just let it go. We don't even have to go there.
But no,
married men, we don't have to start a sentence with
but it's gonna be respectful.
But I'm just telling you, just because other people watching, and if I let you do it, Otis, listen, I promise you.
Go ahead and read the super chat. You're gonna read the super chat.
Yeah. Hold on. Shout out to Big Bad Boy. He said, F. John Gold. Don't drop her though. John Gold ain't up here. Yo, hold on. Are you saying this is John Gold? This is not John Gold. That's Otis who?
Otis. What I'm telling you is,
hold on. Shout out to Big Bad Boy. John Gold is not on the panel. That is hilarious. If he thought you was John Gold.
What's up with that damn pronoun? I let that go.
I let that. Maybe it was a typo. Conversation with MJ for my cousin yesterday. My bad. I've been busy. No problem. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
But what I'm telling you, wisdom tells us.
It was Otis was talking.
I know, but he said my wife, so that's why I stopped him in mid-sentence. Wisdom. Okay. Hold on, let me tell you what I'm saying, and then you can do whatever you want after what I said.
Oh, it was my turn. Please, with all due respect, let me finish. Like I was about to make a point to Josh. What I'm saying is this. We understand you made your point and your statement that people don't really know what flirting is, and that wouldn't bother you. My point would be this. You would know the difference if your wife was truly flirting with someone. You would know the difference. I'm not talking about your definition of flirting that you're trying to just get off and it ain't no big deal. You would know the difference. And that's all I'm going to say. It's different for every man. And that's all I'm going to say. If your wife was doing something totally in your eye, and you can keep it to yourself, I don't want to know. But if it was something totally that you disagree with, you would have an issue with it and you would deal with it accordingly. And that's all I'm going to say. I know how to have a conversation without bringing up all them other fake extra. Come on, man. Let's keep it real. What flirting to you is going to be different than what's flirting to me.
No, it's not. What are y'all talking about? No. You know flirting when you see it. If you watching it, okay, look. If you
let him have it, Chicago. I really want to get back to the video. Just let it go.
So
yeah, we
get to do the red. I don't get to have no fun. Y'all get to do all the red. I gotta be quiet up here. Go ahead, Teron.
You
They
didn't
want to
walk
get back.
far
Now they
enough.
want to
You
get back to
need
the
10
video.
more minutes. You can't be out here yelling after walking. 10 more minutes to the left, 10 more minutes to the right.
No, y'all good. I'm speed walking now. I'm trying to get back to the crib. I got stuff to do. Go ahead, y'all. You got it, Teron.
Okay.
Back to the video.
Oh shit.
Yes, we all know, Sharon. We
These
all.
jokers say, people got their own version of flirting. What?
That's what he
You
said.
know that when you see it.
You proving my
He
point.
said,
I'll leave it going.
Hey, just because she shakes some ass a little bit, that don't mean she flirting.
Batting her eyes. She batting her eyes all lovingly like a kid. Get out of here. Talking in a soft voice.
Most of y'all men lie. Just because she bat her eyes at another man, you ain't leaving her. At least
just because she's grinding on Chris Brown don't mean she's flirting.
Right.
Also, I want to tell you like this: twerking is disgusting.
Oh man, play the
Thank you,
video,
Jalen.
man. Play the video, man.
What do I mean by emotionally cheating? She find her a pastor who speaks to her spirit and her soul. That's her man. That ain't your. That's her man. You just her boyfriend.
Because sometimes.
Are y'all still willing to down on his version of emotional cheating? Woo!
He said if your pastor talking to her spirit and her soul, Lord, that's cheating.
Lord.
I'm just here so I don't get fined. That man is a comedian, right? So I'm taking it as comedic stand-up. That's what I'm taking this as.
Sharon up there laughing his butt off up there. You'll see him laughing. Good comedian jokes.
Nah.
The boyfriend don't want to connect emotionally
You
with.
picked him.
Oh shit.
Okay.
You picked him.
Okay. But still though, if you
Men don't connect emotionally to nothing and nobody but the children.
Wow.
He's goofy. That's goofy there.
Wow.
Men only can connect to children. They can't connect to the adults. What about their mama? They daddy? Grandma?
Yeah.
That was crazy talk.
Emotionally connect with women?
Never?
Never.
So what if they're
Because we're not emotional men. We're in love in our thoughts. Y'all in love in y'all feelings. So our thoughts turn to actions. Our love is shown in thoughts and actions. I'm standing here when I'm here with you, man, when I'm really not happy. I'm really not even completely satisfied having sex with you.
Wow.
But I'm here doing it.
I'd rather a man cheat on me emotionally though than physically. I'm just saying, like, don't sleep with nobody else.
If he cheat on you emotionally, he's gonna cheat on you physically.
Right.
What the That's crazy. So how is emotional cheating worse then? I was hoping that he was going to get into how emotional cheating was worse. I was hoping that he was going to explain that. Oh man, that boy.
Wait a minute.
Because the emotion.
Wait, can you bring me up to speed? Because like, what have we seen so far? He's supposed to be breaking down the difference between emotional cheating and physical intimacy.
Yeah, because he said emotional cheating is worse than physical cheating.
Oh, that's how y'all got here. Okay. Yeah, that's stupid. Go ahead. You can let it ride.
And then the reason why he said that because he's saying men physically cheat and women emotionally cheat.
In general, I don't disagree with that, but the emotional cheating is not worse. This is crazy. Go ahead. Let him rock.
Let's see.
The part is his logical brain. If he's spending time with her, talking to her, he's gonna cheat on you. He's just waiting for you to give him a more of a reason. He's just trying not to if he had none of it. If he's connected emotionally, that means he don't want to hurt you. He just needs you a reason to give him one.
So like, what's the point even in being in relationships if you saying all men cheat? Yes.
Well,
because like what's
so you want to so this is what I realize black people want. They want a faithful, broke man. Because why be in a relationship? For purpose of two people have always benefited more financially. Whether they're cheating or not.
Yeah.
Marriage is not about love. That's why before you guys showed up, nobody married for love. Two rich royal families got together and put these two together before y'all showed up.
So it's a business. It's more like a transactional.
It's not a transactional business.
So marriage is more
so when me and you get married, what do?
We start a life together. We build. What? We build. We start a family. We have children. We raise our children to follow in our footsteps.
So who gonna go out and get all the money?
You.
So how do we build if I'm the only one building?
Because I'm a help.
That was crazy. He don't see that. That was crazy. This is what they be fighting for. This is the shit I gotta say. This is the shit I gotta say. Chicago Road Pie.
Yeah, man. You'll be a top-notch comedian. You be top-notch comedian activist.
This shit crazy.
But you know what? People keep platforming him. People at this point in 2026, we should not. I can't believe Charleston White said, man, that man say anything. He gonna come back a couple days later and say something completely opposite of what he's saying on the stage here.
Goddamn.
Well, he blocked me yesterday, Charleston White.
Well, you was with them cats in Houston that tried to take him out, Jalen?
No, man. On his channel.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
you ain't trying to pew him. Okay.
Good job, Jalen. Yeah, that was insane. Anybody else want to say anything that commentary on what Charleston just said? Or we good? We want to let it play a little longer.
Go ahead and let it play, man. Charleston White is Charleston White, but go ahead and let it play.
Taking care of the children and taking care of you and your home.
Okay, so while I'm out doing this, when I get home, you're gonna be tired and go down in town.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are. You're with the children. The children are gonna wear you down.
That's why
I've watched all mothers do it. I've been in a marriage when we got the kids. You don't feel like fucking some days when I've been out building.
That's why I get a nanny. I get a little help.
Guess what? I'm gonna fuck her. Because you done brought her in the house with that female's presence.
So then what do marriage look like? What's it supposed to look like if I'm not supposed to be
for better or for worse?
So I'm supposed to be okay with you.
It's gonna be some worse.
So no.
You're okay with the better.
I'm okay with the better.
So stay in the work. We vowed. Hold on.
It ain't say nowhere for.
Yes, it does. This what y'all don't understand. You didn't vow to me. You vowed to God.
Man, oh man, I tell you.
This is
and the best part about it, a lot of people, I want to say a lot, people believe what he's saying because he's so passionate.
Absolutely, Otis.
What he's saying. And here's the thing though, too. Out of a lot of stuff he's saying is ridiculous, but it's 2 or 3 things, like a broken clock is right twice a day. It's 2 or 3 things that he's saying that is accurate. I will give him that. But the other stuff is so over-bloviated and just so crazy, people just tend to just let that go. But he said 1 or 2 things correct, and that's what they roll with. That's all I'm seeing.
Well, that's of course. You're gonna have maybe 2 truths and a lie. Right? And who cares about the truth when the lie is more entertaining? Right? Talking just to talk. Yeah, of course, if your woman with the kids all day, she might not feel like being intimate with you, later on in the evening. You divorce her because of that? Right. You gonna say, oh, you gotta go find you a side chick because of that? That's crazy.
That's insane.
Then you didn't make the vows with him, you made the vows with God. What does that even mean?
Right. And this is that liar language I was I be talking about that they be trying to use. And we literally had a conversation maybe 2 weeks ago about that whole for better or worse to death do us part. About a month ago, we had that same conversation, and men try to use that as a crutch to women, because it also is, hey, boy, that good book is poisoning a lot of black brothers' minds, man.
Yeah, if they're using the book and he's saying you made that vow to God, your Bible also tell you love your wife as Christ loved the church. So if men can't connect or love or anything like that, then what does the scripture mean when it says that? And how did Christ love the church? Yeah, this dude.
And the answer is selflessly.
This dude's just talking.
Yeah, they just be talking. It's so interesting to me how so many men give this type of rhetoric excuses to. But he said, like what Oda just said. He said these two things is true, and then they would try to harp it on these two things and like forget all the damaging things that he said, all the misogynistic things that he just said in what 30 seconds.
Hey, that man said, right. If you tired and you get you some help, I'm screwing the help too. That's crazy. Yeah, that's diabolical.
I'm like, damn. Now that was crazy. Yeah, that was crazy.
He said that in the same sentence he was preaching the Bible. Like y'all gonna miss it. Yeah. Like what?
Even from an ethical standpoint, like you know you're not supposed to be dealing like that with the help. That's crazy.
That's why I honestly believe it takes a certain, please don't take this the wrong way, nobody. It takes a certain individual to really mind through what when he talks. You have to know that is a character. He just saying whatever. But the stuff he's saying, a lot of people would want to say that out loud. Whether it's right or wrong, you do want to say that crazy stuff he says out loud. He's the one that just to do it with the fake eye, the bald spot, thin. He don't care. And he ain't got nothing to lose. He's just rebellious. He's gonna say
the issue that I'm having with it, Otis, is that the men that do subscribe to this type of rhetoric, a lot of them come to this channel specifically and personally and say the same remedial rhetoric. It's no coincidence that the same thing he said we heard other men say on my channel.
God,
but the issue is they can't articulate his thought, and it's too many men out here that do not have their own thoughts. They do not know how to critically think. That's the main issue that I have. It is not a coincidence that a month ago we was having the same conversation about for better or worse.
I remember.
To death was part.
Hey, Sharon showing his grades with that woman. I ain't heard Kawinky Dink since Fonzie on Happy Days. Right. Kawinky Dink. All right, Bucko.
Really?
That's great.
I think the other problem is he's saying this as a married man, and people are listening, and then they'll say, "Well, see, if he do that in his house, see, that's the problem with elevating entertainers and court justice to that level, that we have to parse through the words with a fine-tooth comb to kind of understand what they're saying. You know, that's insane, fam. But if you're gonna get back to the video, you got it. I'm on mute.
All right, let me jump back in there. This boy, wow.
And this walk kicking my tail too.
We having a covenant under God. You're so focused on me, you done took God out the picture and forgot you didn't make a vow to me. You made a vow to God. So even though I'm breaking my vows, you're gonna destroy your soul and go to hell because of me.
Because you hurt in the
No. I'm not. My mama told me.
Because you hurt in the life. You hurt in the marriage.
No. If you stay faithful to your vows and God and not to me, you're gonna be way off best in the marriage, outside the marriage than me. But because you done took your eyes off God, who you took the vow to, and got on a man, you suffer with the devil, not me. You suffer with the devil because he's tormenting your mind because you watching me and I'm watching other women. I'm not even thinking about you. You're at home suffering with me. I'm out looking at other women because you're with the devil. I'm not.
But you basically trying to say that a woman should just kind of go like this and be like, oh, I made my loyalty to God, so I'm not going to, if you my man, I'm not going to keep my eye on you. I'm going to keep my eye on God. So just never mind what you do because my loyalty is to God.
Yeah. Who do you believe in, me or God?
See, that's what kept a lot of women in abusive relationships with dudes who putting hands on them.
Right there.
Because you made your that's the dangerous stuff this dude is saying. Go ahead, O-Dog.
No, I ain't mean to cut you off. Go ahead, sir. You're gonna articulate the way.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, okay. No, the only thing I was saying was that, that's what kept a lot of women in abusive relationships with men putting their hands on them because, you done made this vow with God. Well, sir, you have a covenant too. You got responsibilities in that covenant too. And stepping out and misdirecting and misleading your family isn't one of you responsible for covering that one. See, everything he's saying, there's nothing in there that talks about his responsibility to cover his woman. right? Financially, with legacy, all of the things that we're being charged with as husbands. This is, man, I'm finna get off here. This is making me upset listening to this too.
Hey, Sharon, now here's the thing. I heard every man up here. Now we have a young lady up here too. Shout out to MJ. We all heard what he said. Now we also have to accept the fact that there is a small, and it's sad, but there is a small percentage of woman, a small percentage, don't know the numbers, this is a small percentage that heard what he said and is going to fall right in line with that bull. That is crazy. I'm visualizing my 30-year-old daughter hearing this man speak and overhearing him in a conversation say exactly what he just said. I know damn well she wouldn't fall for that. That is crazy.
Right.
And we all know and have to admit there's a small facet of that woman that's going to fall for this crazy foolishness. Please tell me, y'all.
Millions of women that fell for this. So you saying it's small, but this has been going on for years. That's why Chicago Real just said what he said, that a lot of women got taken advantage of, stayed in relations because they wholeheartedly was like, they can't go against that good old book.
Wow.
Welcome to the show.
It was deep, but damn. I'm like, what? And he's saying it with so much conviction. Keep your eye on God, not me. Don't worry about what I'm doing. You made a vow to God. Only thing that was missing was the damn collection plate. Damn.
Welcome to the show. Conversations with MJ. Good day. What is your thoughts?
Hey, it's just interesting. I mean, this is just something that women have been saying for a very, very long time in regards of men using the Bible for what they want and their purpose and not exactly what God intended the Bible to be used for. This is why a lot of women do feel that the marriages are not fruitful marriages for both parties involved. It's an entrapment for women that she would have to continue and endure everything under the sake of her soul being damned, but not the whole marriage being damned. I mean, it's just very interesting that we finally had a character. He is definitely a character, a demonic character, be articulate enough to express what women have been saying for a very, very long time about the entrapment of marriages and about how women are always put in a position to endure regardless, how there is no grace for a woman at all if she make any type of mistake, but then yet there's almost so much grace that's supposed to be given to men due to their nature or them just being a man. Unfortunately, I'm not surprised. We have seen so many different relationships and things like that play out, whether if it's reality TV shows or real life, that the same outcome has occurred. Like a man will literally cheat on his woman the whole entire time of his relationship, but then the one time that he finds out that she cheated, or if she's now entertaining somebody else because she is emotionally disattached from him from all of the abuse that she was dealing in that relationship, he goes batshit crazy and wants to take her out, or take her life, take her kids, remove financial support from her. We see that it's not fair, right? And I understand there's biases, and I understand that we have all accepted that there's certain things that men, quote unquote, in the society is able to do where women won't have the same type of I guess understanding as a man do per se in the society. I understand that, I get that, but we see that play out all the time. Every single one of these men up here said that if they even saw or had an inkling of their wife flirting with someone, or they can perceive that that wife was flirting with someone, she's gone. None of them talked about, we are going to do a relationship reconciliation. We need to talk about it. Maybe I need to find out what's going on. Why is she now looking outside of the relationship instead of fixing the relationship? But how many times have they all said that when a woman either takes a man back, a woman should not be paying attention to a man flirting, because as long as he's just looking with his eyes and he's not looking, he's not actually touching, it's okay, right? And how many times have these men also have advocated for a woman to look outside of the fact that the man physically cheated on her and look at everything else he brought to the table. He financially supports you. I mean, he has you in the house, right? He got you that car, right? He got you this, right? You got to outweigh your situation. What is more important? So it's always a woman having to outweigh her situation. But what I have to understand with you men, y'all not doing that. Initially, y'all not doing that. This is not saying that some men haven't done it. But initially, your response is no different than a woman's response to betrayal and being dishonest or not being loyal. Y'all have the same response that women do initially. But when a woman does it, y'all find ways to pick at it and make it seem that she's crazy, she's being unrealistic, she's controlling, she's this, she's insecure, she's everything under the sun. But y'all had none of that to say with y'all. Y'all said, no, bottom line, down the line, I see this, you are out of here. I am gone. So me personally, after everything, hearing the whole conversation, because I was just sitting in the cloud listening, I don't want to ever hear nobody say anything again about how a woman react to betrayal, cheating, flirting, or I don't want to hear no response about how a woman handle it anymore, because clearly y'all are okay with how y'all want to handle it. Nobody can tell you nothing. It is what it is. And even some who pretend and say, oh, yeah, I'm going to take her back, or I don't think that was that bad. We now know what that means. You're just going to get your get back before you actually remove that woman out of your motherfucking life. That's all that means. And, I gave you $10, so you can add that to the list on that $10. Okay. So yeah, that's all I got to say.
Well, for the record, just a point of clarity, MJ. I heard everything you said. Clara, you classified everyone saying that they would leave. I didn't say I would leave, for the record. But I get your point.
Oh, so you didn't say that you would leave, but you said that you will deem it as the same, correct?
No, okay, I guess. What I said was based on the age I am now, and I am more mature, I doubt I would leave. But something would take place. But I doubt very seriously I would leave in my marriage based on that. That's what I said.
MJ, I was the one who said
I apologize. I didn't know that. I thought you also agreed with everyone saying, "Now I'm out." Then it doesn't change anything.
MJ, I also said if I was caught doing the same thing, she's in her full right to leave because I violated those vows. So I actually do understand the woman's perspective of it. And I do understand if I was guilty of that issue.
So you're saying that you would understand if your wife would have felt the same way as you, like per se, whether it's flirting or anything like that, you would understand if she said that I'm gone, you wouldn't hold that against her about her vows? Because I have heard you numerous of times on this panel, Shadow, when you like to throw up the vows and how you're concerned that people are playing with marriage or playing with religion, playing with marriage associated with your religion, that they want to leave for certain things. You're not accepting of that. You put out exactly what is accepting of leaving a marriage or ending a marriage numerous of times.
Right. And adultery is one of them. And just like the argument me and E had, cheating, flirting is a form of adultery. Because if you're emotionally relating to someone else, if you're seeking emotional relations with someone else, you are in fact committing adultery in an emotional sense. So yes, that would still qualify. Like it would still track the same path.
Okay. All right. For you, yeah, I understand what you're saying. Yeah. Now I understand. Yeah.
Well, Sharon, I was cheated on too by women. Yeah.
Shut your ass up. Talk about you was cheated on with women. You don't like women. You say you don't like no women, Jalen.
You don't like men either, MJ.
That's not true.
Yes, it is true.
No, it's not.
Don't tell me
that's not true.
Yeah, it's true.
It's not true.
It is true.
It's not.
Oh my God.
Women cheat all the damn time, man.
Oh shit!
Last time back, I was a teenage, these females started cheating on me, man.
Oh damn!
They did it to me. I'm like, you know what? Fuck these bitches.
What?
That yeah, man, fuck them bitches, bro. Them females be
That's $4, Jalen. That's $4. Come up that $4, bro.
You owe me $4, Jalen. No F-bombs. Jesus Christ, Jalen. They cheating on Jalen too. Dang.
So then that's
why every man you keep getting hurt you. Because you believe in him and not God. You don't, because you're looking for the man. And God say it's he who finds, not she who finds. You're so focused on the man, you're willing to.
I was just about to say this. Ron, I'm looking at both of them. You pointed it out real quick. The one on the left ain't having it. She like, man, if you don't shut your ass up. But the right, she up here nodding her head like, damn, it's starting to sink in a little bit. That is crazy. I'm peeping it. Damn, you pointed it right out.
She real time, too.
She going.
She going for it.
Damn.
It's all the hell that God would give the man.
And also notice that she's looking around to see who's disagreeing because since all the other men are okay with it, she like, okay.
Wow. Damn. And old girl said, let me sip my water. Y'all got me effed up.
Yeah. Not knowing that she could get a woman that has the same kind of mindset could get sucked into a situation of a very charismatic man like him.
Wow.
That's saying these things.
We seeing it happen.
All it takes is the right settings.
You're willing to take his hell too because you're watching him. He hurt you. When you get hurt, who do you go to? You don't go to God and ask God to, God, give me strength. God, show me. You don't do that. As a woman, you so focused on the man. That's what I mean by the woman spend time with the devil. Because the man is in his nature. It's not in a woman's nature to openly try to reciprocate.
Oh, please. Can you get this demonic person off the fucking screen?
Because he is demonic. So basically what he's saying in real time, the woman is dealing with the devil, sleeping with the devil, because by nature, what he just said, the man nature is demonic to be out there doing what he's doing. You as the woman supposed to be virtuous. You're supposed to follow God, not me. But common sense on the surface level, that righteous woman is sleeping next to the devil because you out there as the man in the streets doing God knows what. So what he's saying is so contradictory. It is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, but we said that plenty of women have said that they feel that men are the ones that corrupt and condemn women's souls, especially if y'all are supposed to be the leaders or y'all are supposed to be the link that leads us to the Lord. If he's not not once did he say that he's following the Lord. Right. He said that he's doing his own thing and that she's not supposed to be looking at him doing his own thing. She's supposed to just be following what God tells her to follow. And that's another thing why some women have problems with the marriage situation, because it seems like the contract of marriage is only bestowed on the woman to upheld and not the man. Not once is the man have to actually follow the Lord and his scriptures for him and how he's supposed to conduct himself. It's only for the woman to do that. And then this is why you see these marriages, turn into divorces. The way how situations with even boyfriend and girlfriend relationships, right? You see how it falls, right? He's also condemning her emotions. He's trying to say that the fact that she's using her intuition and something doesn't feel right to her is demonic. He's saying that the fact that you even have a problem with what I am doing is demonic. You need to be blind, mute, and deaf as a woman to be in a relationship with a man. Not that the man's going to bring her happiness or bring anything to her. No. He's not a part of that. You're hurting yourself because you're aware. You're hurting yourself because you're not asleep. You're not a sleepwalker.
You're right. Everything you're saying, I concur. You're hitting the nail on the head. That is crazy. That double talk is outrageous.
It is
living color. It is out. It is correct. And she going. It's not even funny, but you have to laugh because we seen it happen. The one on the left,
we seen it happen, right?
The one on the left, she's not going. She's drinking the water because she's uncomfortable. She just want this. She's like, no. But the one on the right, like you said, she's looking around, her head shaking at the same time, but she's looking around to see who else is in agreement because she's going.
Yeah,
I'm looking at the whole body language, and what he's saying is crazy. It ain't my fault. It's God's fault. You're not following God. Wow.
That book is used for a lot of manipulators. A lot of manipulators.
That's the only problem, though. I don't necessarily think it's the book per se. It's the people who wills the book.
Yeah.
You remember, people who worship Satan also reads the Bible. They follow the Bible.
Yes. They know it back and forth better than,
Exactly. So they know how to pull at your heartstrings. They know how to set doubt in yourself. So doubt in what you feel is right. They know how to challenge your integrity. All of this is a test, right? And what y'all was seeing with that lady is peer pressure, right? And whether or not, if she was to stand out and say anything against them, how the men in the room will look at her differently.
Right.
But Sharon, I'm gonna tell you like this: most of the black women in the black community are just pure evil, man. Just tell you right now.
You including yourself, Jalen?
What'd you say, Sharon?
Damn, that was crazy.
You including yourself, Jalen?
Are you including yourself, MJ?
Jalen, are you including yourself?
No, I'm not an evil person, but most of y'all women are evil.
That was very evil what you just said, Jalen.
What the? Somehow, like I said, man, most of these females in my community just going.
You owe $4, Jalen. You gotta talk. You could talk after the $4, okay? Thank you.
I think the biggest picture. I think the biggest picture that we need to take away from this is that this type of rhetoric does show up in real life. People think that it's only online and it only stays amongst online and it's just shits and giggles, and it's not. There's so many people who are using this type of mindset and, you know, putting it towards their real life and affecting other people. Now, if a woman per se takes everything that he says as the gospel, he's a man, he knows everything, he's telling the truth, right? He's telling the truth about men, what men won't say. Because remember, a lot of women, majority women say men lie, right? Or men, you know, or men are selfish and things of that sort, right? So now if he's saying, I'm telling you the honest, brutal truth about men's nature, and then that woman goes and say, you know what? I'm going to accept that this is the honest truth about all men's nature. She can either decide to step away from it entirely, or she'll find where she can fit in that, right? Then you wonder why you see women in vicarious situation, because they decided to say, well, if this is all that I have out here to pick from, I have to pick something, right? This is why you will see some women in certain situations. You be like, well, damn, how did she get herself in that situation? From fucking propaganda and shit like this. Because he even summed it all up from the beginning. Oh, well, two is better than one, right? 1 + 1 = 2. You have more income and more help in the house instead of you being by yourself, right? That's the hustle.
I agree. It's crazy. Shout out to John 14 that follows me everywhere, but want to talk to me through everybody else. Oh man, that shit is hilarious. Insane. Insane to me.
But where's all the men to call this guy out though? everybody's gonna laugh and say it's funny, and oh, he's just joking.
What up, Nice? Mm-hmm.
He's
Nice
just
G's,
joking.
what's
He's
good
just
with
saying
you?
shit. But he's literally representing y'all. He's representing y'all. He's telling everyone that this is the things that men won't say. When men are sitting up there putting up a character or performing, they're not going to say these things. He's saying, I'm not performing for you. I'm telling you the truth. This is who we are.
I don't know what Cody talking about. I don't know what Cody talking about. Cody he be having a argumentative spirit. The girl's just having an argumentative spirit. Y'all, let me see. Oh, the P that's talking crap. The link is there, sir.
To push back a little bit on what MJ is saying, the reason I feel a lot of men are not really, and majority of men are not stepping out to really talk against Charleston White, and correct me if I'm wrong, men that's on the panel. It's like taking the lesser of two evils. You got the mob, you got all these degenerates out there. But if within all them degenerates, you got one of the degenerates that can happily, without no cause and effect to us, willing to go out there and say what we really want to say and to push that envelope, even though he's a degenerate himself, let him go out there and do that. We're just going to sit back, even though half the stuff or more than half the stuff he says I don't agree with. But like I say, the clock is right twice a day, and those two things that he is saying is strong and loud enough that they do need to be eradicated. Go do it. Go do it. I think that's why a lot of men are not saying nothing, because I speak for myself. I don't agree with a lot of things that he says or does. I really don't. But the things that I do agree with, it's enough for me not to even be out here talking bad against him, because he's saying some stuff that I wish I would say, but I don't want to blow back. I'm being honest. I don't want to blow back.
That's crazy.
I'm just being honest, and a lot of men do feel that way. If you want to go out there,
that goes to show that he's not just representing himself.
Correct. Exactly. He's not only representing himself, and in fact, it goes back to what I think who was it? White Josh said yesterday. That when you're quiet and you're silent, it seemed that you agree with it. You're definitely not trying to be the person that goes against it. You're trying to play neutral, but in a way you're kind of accepting the situation to occur or to happen. As long as it's not me, right? As long as it's not me, as long as I'm not doing that because I can only control myself and my actions and stuff like that, then everything else is for free grabs.
Okay, and everything you said is accurate, but if you take I don't want to say tone, but if you take those words and say it in a different way, what's wrong with it? That's part of self-preservation. Also, that's part of it's not at my front door, so it's cool, but I'm going to protect my front door, but there's a gray area there. Of course, you're going to protect your neighbors as well. One would think that there's a gray area there. It all depends on your perception of it. Now, Sharon, answer this question. Do you agree with not everything Charleston says? Not everything, of course not. But do you agree with that analogy? A clock is right twice a day, especially in this situation.
Not in this situation, no. I don't think he really. No, I can't trust anything he's saying because everything is backed by a lie. He's not being truthful or honest. Yeah, so he's being deceitful. So no, I can't trust anything he say.
So if you thought, not putting, or let me use somebody else. So if somebody out there think, for example, Jay Prince is a bad man and he is bad for his community. So what Charleston White is doing, I commend what he's doing because I do believe Jay Prince is bad. Some people believe that in Houston. So that's why they're not willing to jump out in the forefront and say something negative about Charleston White, because right now Charleston White is doing something that they have and that they're going to benefit at this time because they want JP gone. Makes sense what I'm saying?
Right. And that's the skill set of a liar, and how he have his liar language. He knows how to pull at heartstrings. He's painting a good negative picture about somebody else, pointing a finger at somebody that is supposedly worse than what he is. Because all he doing is talking, but Jay Prince is actually doing things, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think what you're
you get my point though.
I think what you're trying to describe, Otis, is what he's doing is the art of war. That's literally what he's doing.
Okay.
He's just keeping eyes on someone else. That doesn't mean that stops him from being who he is. Right? If you can see that there are two different type of degeneracy, does that mean that when one person who's degenerate calls out another person that's degenerate, that stops that person from being a degenerate? No, it just stops people viewing or taking notice to what he's doing. And now they're focusing on the opposite person. So it's a strategy. Narcissists use it all the time.
I agree. You're always looking for the bigger degenerate or the bigger degenerate issue at that time. So if he could find another degenerate issue that's bigger than him, he's doing his job per se. So I get your point. You are 100% correct. He's still a degenerate nonetheless. I agree. So we're not in disagreement. I got you. But we as humans, we're gonna go for that higher degenerates level, whatever it is, the story, the person, we're going to go with that. So if he, being a degenerate, Charleston White, keeps finding these stories or these individuals that we view are deemed to be more degenerate than he is, he can always go on Instagram and get the crowd going and riled up, even though he's still a degenerate at the end of the day.
I mean, yeah, it boils down to biases, right? You can see two people doing the same exact thing. You say and claim that you don't like what this particular person is doing, but if you see it in somebody else that you don't have a bias to, or you have a liking to, or some commonality to, you're not going to look at them in the same light of someone that you don't like. In fact, anything that the person that you don't like do, you're going to criticize that far more than the one that you do like. You tend to give people grace when you feel that you're connected to them in some type of way.
I got you.
And that's complete. And like I'm saying this as like a normal human, human trait, because we all do it. Men, women alike, you name it, we all do it.
I guess it's kind of hard to see. I don't know. It's hard to see that nobody, like, it's not enough people pushing back on just nonsense. However, the nonsense is what sells, even to women, even when it's detrimental to them. As you can see, the lady sitting right there starting to slowly transform over into his form of thinking.
They've tried to get Charleston White out of here with stories from his past. I'm not going to bring up his last one because there's two. I'm going to go there, but I know you know what I'm talking about. They tried. They keep bringing that up, and he even so bold to make statements as, well, they still ain't went to the police about it, and until the end, F him. He says stuff like this. So they keep trying to make him the number one degenerate, but again, for some reason, it's not sticking. And I thought that was going to stick for a minute. I really did. But you ain't heard nothing else about it, have you? Yeah, okay. So, I don't know.
It's too many men that's willing to give it an excuse because of clout, because of money, visibility. Is a lot of things that people just willing to excuse because they feel like for some strange reason he got enough clout. That's just what it is. People are afraid to go against clout, and it's interesting. When they said that, when they made that song, they do anything for clout. I never knew it's gonna be that strong of a bill. Shout out to Brother Noopsy with the jewels. Salute to that. Thank you so much, Brother Noopsy. Let's see how out the mud Cody is going to cap. Go ahead, Cody.
Yeah, nigga, that ain't never been in my nature. But listen, though, I'm gonna tell you, I pity the fool that take Charleston White serious. So Sharon, just know I'm praying for you. And you know, go ahead.
You good?
Oh, you ain't reading that? Oh. Well, so Charleston is a clown ass dude who's doing anything to chase clout by any means, any measure. And to sit and take that shit serious, to even watch him, you got to be just as much of a damn fool as he is.
What?
What I said, goddammit. I don't know nobody. I don't watch Charleston White. I don't listen to Charleston White.
You don't find them entertaining. I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. So
I done seen clips. I done seen entertaining clips of them.
Cody, that video is not even a week old, and they got over 37,000 views. So y'all be tripping when y'all think that
37,000 out of goddamn me 300 million is a small number, big dog.
No, it's not. Not when it comes to those 37,000 people that do believe the things that
people are people that think like him, majority, right?
And then they gonna speak to another 37,000 people.
That don't mean people think like those people gonna think like him though, big dog. That's what I'm saying.
What I'm trying to tell you,
I think y'all are giving yourself too much credit on this goddamn internet, big dog.
You to understand, y'all keep saying that nobody's paying attention to these people that everybody's paying attention to. Just because
I ain't say nobody. That's where you're wrong at. You're just making up words. I didn't say nobody. I said I don't. I said, and whoever is, meaning that someone is, right? Silly ass boy.
And so what does that mean? So that means we supposed to do what? So that means we shouldn't say anything against it because you say
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
So what is your point?
My point is whoever is watching it. I didn't say you can't critique him and tell him and let the world know that he's wrong with his message. I didn't say that. I said whoever's watching and engaging with that shit and taking it serious, there are some fools. That's what I said. In entertainment, I think on the boat scale, the majority of people that watch, the most of you people on this internet doing this shit are watching this shit for entertainment on the boat scale.
Well, you wrong.
All right. Well, that's what you want to believe.
Why y'all keep trying to dismiss what people
That's what you want to believe. That's what you want to believe.
If they believe it, how's it just entertainment?
I said that's what you want to believe. You want to believe
your words.
You want to believe that it's bigger than entertainment.
Hold on. You said which one is it? You said people that believe the things that he's saying watches him, correct?
I said who? I said the people that believe what he's saying that watch him. That don't mean that everybody that watch him believes him and agree with him.
So you got people that believe what he's saying, correct?
On the boat scale, the people are watching that shit for entertainment.
How do you have proof of that?
I mean, because it just is what it is. I think that's across the board for everybody on the internet with a channel. Most people are watching for the entertainment factor.
This is why I keep trying to tell. I don't know why y'all believe that when just 1 month ago, it was a group of men arguing me down, saying the very same thing he is saying.
Yeah, but I'm saying, Sharon, those people exist. I ain't saying they don't exist. There are some people that agree with him, I guess. We agree right there. But I'm saying on the boat scale, you want to make it as if everybody agree with him that listens to him, that hears something he say, that peeps a clip of him. You want to make it as if everybody that sees him, hears his voice, agrees with him. And that's not the case.
No, you are trying to make it seem like it's the other way around. And you have no proof that is the case because we have more people platforming him and agreeing with him than saying the opposite. And you are not willing to acknowledge that there's more people agreeing with Charleston White than disagreeing with him.
You saying the people that platform him, they all agree with him? You saying that that's just because they platform him, they agree with him?
So are you following the conversation? Or are you trying to ask me a question that I did not say for some strange reason?
I just think that y'all arguing 2 points that is how y'all both feel. Like, for example, I think Cody don't think that not too many people are consuming this information to affect their lives, and I think Sharon feels that they are. You know, people who are watching it and are consuming it and putting it towards their real life. Both of these things can't not necessarily be proven through like numbers and stuff, but it is a concern. You know, I say it's a concern regardless.
Yeah, I don't see it that way. But I think I think it's just like I said, I think Charleston is just a clown. Charleston is a Crip that talk down on Crips. But his whole everybody hang with him is Crip. Charleston is just a fake individual that's bullshitting and playing on stupids, and stupids is falling for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but when he starts to use the Bible,
and the world already made room for stupids, though. The world made room for stupids before I got here.
So do you think all the people who believe in the Bible are stupid?
Nah, I didn't say that. Where you get that from? I ain't say nothing about the Bible.
I'm not saying you. I'm not quoting you. I'm asking you because he's using the Bible to bolster his arguments. And
well, it's a lot of people use the Bible for their own for their own message deliverance. It's a lot of people do that. Pastors does that in their church. So it's a lot of people that do that. I don't like men who use the Bible in their relationships to dictate and rule over their women. I don't like that. I think that's bullshit.
So what we're supposed to do about this?
Is that doesn't make you stupid.
I'm trying to understand what is your point, Cody. I'm confused about your argument.
It's I made my point. If you're confused, you just lack comprehension. I made my point. If you're confused, you lack comprehension.
You did not make a point. You did not make a point. What is your point? This is what I'm trying to get to understand.
Oh, fool. Well, I can't make it if you ain't get it.
He doesn't believe that this is a problem, per se, Sharon. He thinks that only the dumb people who are going to take what he says, they're going to follow it, but majority of the people are not taking it seriously and applying it to his life. That's his argument. He doesn't think that this is everyone who's looking or viewing this is taking it seriously.
Even though he's rapped, even though for the past 5 to 10 years he's getting bigger and bigger. That's a dumb statement to say.
I think his growth didn't even came to a halt. I don't even think
that's the same thing. I ain't finished. That's the same thing they used to say about Donald Trump. Nobody pays attention to Donald Trump. He's a clown. Who gives a fuck about what Donald Trump says?
It's the same thing as Donald Trump. It's just like the same thing.
Why do people even listen to Donald Trump? He ain't nothing but a stupid white old racist. Nobody listens to him. That's what y'all said. And then guess what? We said, you know what? Y'all right. And then it comes to find out that everybody was fucking listening.
What?
And they voted that man in, and now they got bombs over Iran. Shows how much people ain't listening.
That was the dumbest shit I ever heard.
Y'all be just saying stuff for no reason,
That
bro.
was so goddamn dumb.
It's the same thing because a lot of people are fence riders until they hear somebody like Charleston White that are gonna put them on one side or the other. Now you might call them stupid. A lot of people are stupid, but there are still people that you can propagandize and influence and guide into a certain lane of thoughts and actions.
You ain't got to guide a stupid. A stupid just gonna be stupid. You ain't got to guide him to be stupid.
Yeah, but they do get guidance because everybody keeps saying, hey, leave the stupid people alone. Let them be stupid by themselves. Let them destroy whatever community that they into. Let them fuck over women. Let them fuck over relationships. Let them fuck over their kids. Who cares? I don't know. I guess, y'all men really don't care. It is what it is.
Wasn't it a conversation the other day on your panel, Sharon, about guidance? We was talking about parents, how some parents can influence their children to do good things and bad things. So now it's not influence. Like influence doesn't happen per se. It's only just people deciding to just do it regardless. They didn't get influenced by it. They just wanted to do it.
Well,
yeah, it's picking and choosing when the influence is influenced.
the bulk of
Different
people
things
are not
influencing
influenced
different
by
people.
stupid. The bulk of people are not influenced by stupid. The bulk of people don't gang bang. The bulk of people don't rob banks. The bulk of people don't sell drugs. The bulk of people don't break in cars and houses. The bulk of people are not influenced by stupid.
Stupid doesn't just mean
Y'all
criminality.
just talking
Like
on this internet.
cheating on your wife is stupid, but people will do it.
Well,
And
that's what you want to
it's
say.
not just
That
criminality.
everybody probably wouldn't view it that way. They wouldn't view that as a stupid thing.
Okay, so now we're getting somewhere. Whoa. I'm sorry. So did you just say a lot of people wouldn't view cheating on their wife as...
Listen to the word now, Otis. Don't just jump on some dangalang. Listen, the word is stupid. She said stupid. Is that stupid? Would the bulk of people consider that to be stupid? Or would that be goddamn me disrespectful, careless?
I would think it would be stupid.
I don't think it'll be considered stupid. If you ask the bulk of people, is that stupid? I don't think stupid.
Cody,
I think
you're
stupid.
Proving the point. You're proving the point. You're the example of the people that we're kind of talking about.
I get what Cody is saying though. And I'm not trying to internet. See the words he's using, I don't agree with. My fault. You want to read that? Go ahead.
LeBron James is going to Philadelphia 76ers. Wow, he's gonna be direct competition.
Is that for real? Has that been confirmed?
It seems so.
The 76ers.
He went from being a contender for the New York Knicks to be our direct competition. He ain't shit.
They gonna be. You don't think they're gonna be in the competition? They just didn't they get who they got over there? They just signed somebody else too, didn't it? I thought they picked up a point guard or something.
Well, that's what he went over there for. That's what he went over there for. He went over there because he wants to give them a championship. He wants to do the same thing that Jalen Brunson did for the New Yorkers.
Yeah.
But I think that LeBron shit did though. I don't think they're gonna win no championships.
We'll see. It depends on injuries. That's a strong team with him over there. But
Sharon, you saying that would be considered stupid overall? Do you think people overall would call that stupid, or would they call that disrespectful? And I think y'all just putting this word, just conflating shit on the cool.
I think if you ask the majority of people, do you think that cheating on your wife is stupid? I think they would say yes, that is stupid.
Right.
Well, I'll go with y'all on that, I guess. But I don't think so. But yeah, I rock with that. So
But Cody, even if we go with what you're saying, even if you want to attach all these other adjectives to it, that equates to making a stupid choice. If there's all these negative attachments to the decision I'm making, how is it not stupid for me to make that decision?
Shout out to Sway producer. Wake up, Sharon. Don't care if it's 2 a.m. where you at. God damn. Everybody say no matter what I talk about, they say Sharon don't know about it.
Most of the time with that cheating situation or stepping out of your marriage, it's literally called stupid if they get caught. When they're not caught, that was a valuable risk.
Oh, right. Maybe that's the caveat. The caught part. Okay.
But I just don't think I ever heard people use the word stupid when it came to cheating.
I think the problem that people like Cody to understand, he thinks Charleston White is an individual and that he's not speaking for a greater community of men.
But you saying a greater community? Are you saying just a group of people that's bigger than just him being singly by himself, or are you saying the overall community?
No, I think he's just saying that there's enough. He has a following.
Well, so that don't mean shit. Sharon
It
has a
does mean
following.
I don't understand how y'all figure. I don't understand how y'all figure that don't mean shit. Y'all. So what means anything?
What means anything? The people that he's being able to deter and take off of the path, a different path, the good path that they was on, and bring them over to what the bull cone that he talking about. That would be a factor.
But that's what literally
But him
happening.
preaching to the choir that's gonna sing his tunes anyway don't mean nothing to America.
But if his following is growing, that means he's reaching outside of the people that initially came to his channel, correct?
Yeah, but you don't know. It's like I say, I agree with what you're saying right there. But what I'm saying, we don't know the percentages of people that agree with him and the people that are there for the entertainment.
And with that, I agree with you, Cody. I totally agree with you. We don't know who is actually taking it in, and we don't know who is just using it as entertainment and to, make the day go by. However, the point is that if he's bringing in new fans and new followers, that means either side, whether they're using it as entertainment or they're using it to prescribe for their real life, is happening because he's having an increase in following.
Yeah, but I don't give a damn about his following. That's something an internet person is thinking about. I'm saying that because it's the followers, the following, he's not converting people, if people are going over there, if he got 1 million followers and 50,000 of them people agree with his message, the rest are there for the entertainment.
Yeah, but we don't know that.
That's what I'm saying. We don't know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but you put no. The problem is you put in numbers on things that you
I'm
don't
not
have
putting
idea.
numbers on shit. I'm saying that
you just put. Hold on. You just put a number that you or anybody else. So just because you put a certain number,
if he had that, it would be a hypothetical. You silly ass boy. I don't know the numbers. We don't know the numbers.
Okay.
I'm saying I'm just giving up.
Okay. What I'm saying is that so just because you put some bullshit number on it, that actually doesn't mean anything because he is saying things that a lot of people agree with, and then other people that is not him are saying the same exact thing, and then those people agree with it, and then there's another influencer saying the same exact thing as his, and they got another million. So you keep making it seem like it's just Charleston White. I just told you that last month it was men saying the very exact same thing.
Man,
so it's not just
so what we looking
Charleston
for?
White. It's not just about Charleston White. It is about the rhetoric that he is saying and how it's spreading out into the real world. It ain't just on the internet.
So we looking for 0% of men.
For some reason, it sounds like you want us to ignore it. I don't understand. That's why I keep asking you, what's your point?
So are we looking for
So let me ask you, do you want me to ignore Charleston White?
I don't give a fuck what you do. What I'm saying is,
what is your point?
Are we looking for zero? Are we looking for 0% of men to think and act like Charleston White?
What is your point about bringing up? We don't know the numbers.
Are we
about
looking
Charleston
for 0%
of men?
Are we looking for 0% of men?
A question. What is the point of speaking about Charleston White numbers of who is doing it and who is not believing? What is the point of that? So I can understand.
It's the point for people to not be fearful that is more men like with this mindset out here than not.
But we know it's more men with that same mindset. That mindset been going on for years.
But Cody don't believe that. He doesn't believe that. He thinks that is a minority and it's always going to be a minority, even though there's a fluctuation of following that's growing these platforms that's speaking his rhetoric. he still feel that the men who's going to act on it is going to be the minority.
Well, that's just dumb.
So in a way, like, you know, certain things when it's talked about and if it's not talked about correctly, a lot of people look at it as propaganda or to fear people, like fear mongering. You're fearing people into not doing this, not doing that, not associating with this person or that person because of you know, because what's being said. And if it's now me being said that this is what a lot of people think, then what people are going to do if they don't want to be associated with that, they're going to remove themselves or they're not going to give people chances. So I think that's what it is. It's the fear of the fear mongering where, you know, you're painting a picture on someone and you don't really even know if that's their mindset.
I think it's I just don't understand. I don't know.
No, I understand. I understand you perfectly clear. I mean, this is the point where these type of conversations has to happen, right? You should be made aware, but but if it's not spoken about correctly, which I do think it is kind of spoken correctly on your channel, Sharon, but if it's not spoken out correctly, it could turn into propaganda where people will be fair or they would just off the back just assume that you're this person and you're that person because you're there. You could just be there just observing the situation, you know, just observing. You're never going to act on it, but now you're in the same category as a person who would act on it. Nobody can see you different outside of that.
I think it's very interesting that a lot of people will look at music and movies and TV shows and they be like, you know, that's very detrimental to the youth. And they see something like this and believe that young people are not watching it. It's crazy to me.
Yeah, it's just crying about Young Miami spin that, turning everybody into scammers and boosters.
It's right. All the women want that shit. Remember, spin that shit.
Right. Now all of a sudden, there's only a small minority of people that just, bruh. I don't know. It's weird.
And then this is my thing. Charleston Wright is roping religion into it. That's very impactful and powerful to people. When you tell them you don't follow along with this, you're going to hell. And again, it's not just Charleston White. They have a whole preset belief about their religion, and then here he comes saying, hey, you know, using the religious aspect to try to validate what he's saying. It's not just like
we'll literally, Kim, have men come on a panel and tell a woman like, hey, just because that man cheat doesn't mean he don't love you. You shouldn't leave your husband because he cheats. And then today,
that's Ron. That's why I brought that shit up. That's why I brought that shit up. How many people came up there? Oh, you know, hey, it's no real necessary reason to divorce for a man cheating on his wife. But even when that can be reconcilable. But all these men, married men included, said they ain't going.
They ain't going. Just from a look. And my wife even look. Shit, I'm divorcing her ass if she look at another man a certain way. I know those goddamn eyes when I. Oh, yes, it is.
I'm pretty sure I said if you flirt specifically. If
right,
you cheat in the hardcore mind, just smoke.
Right. Shadow, so, you a liar anyway, because you said.
Wait. Kim, I had a bullet for you anyway. Hold on.
Go ahead. I came up here for you to take me down because you don't want to hear the truth. But before you do, you said you'll take your woman and she's a prostitute. You got up here today and you got up here today and said if she flirt, emotional cheating. Let me quote you right. If she emotionally cheats on you, whatever that means, flirting, work husband, whatever, but no physicality, you're leaving the marriage. You're divorcing her. Right? Is that what you said?
I did. Now tell me where I ever said otherwise. I've been staunch on
you said that you and that woman are stuck together for life. I literally specifically asked you. I said, "Hey, Shadow, if your wife get caught up." I'm hearing outside noise. If I said, I asked you, this was months ago. I got good memory like I asked you, if your wife get caught up in prostitution and she had to go to prison for 9 years, are you gonna stick by her and be with her no matter what? You said, yes, I'm gonna stick by her even if she's a prostitute. If she go to prison for 9 years, we're stuck together for life.
No,
that's what you said.
Wait a minute. I need you to rephrase that entire conversation, because that's first and foremost. If I married someone and they got caught up for prostitution, they would. If anybody has ever listened to me talk about this subject specifically, I am staunch on cheating. Why would I then agree with prostitution? Come on, bro. Like that math doesn't even make sense. Like that's the one thing everybody rides my ass about.
I didn't say you agree with prostitution. You said you and her
prostitution having sex
together
with
for life.
Is prostitution having sex with another person? Would that qualify as cheating there?
It depends if y'all agreed on it or whatever the case may be.
There is no depending on that. Yes, you are physically intimate with another person. Smoke. I've stood on that consistently. In fact, that's why people call me crazy, because I was wilding out.
Okay, so you're gonna say sense? you never said
I promise you
her and I are stuck together for life. Hold on. Did you
I
say?
have said that. I have said that.
Okay, so
and then we talked about the two exceptions. And what are those two exceptions?
I don't know. What are they?
Abandonment and infidelity. I have consistently stood on those two things.
So why did you say if she went to prison for prostitution, you'll stick by her? Like
I didn't.
And don't say you didn't say it. You said it in a way of what? What did you? Okay, what did you mean by it then? Since I misunderstood you.
I'm gonna need you to actually bring the actual quote, and I can tell you exactly what I mean.
I said, and I'm quoting. I said, Shadow, if your wife went to prison for 9 years for prostitution, would you stick by her for those 9 years? And when she gets out, you're gonna love her down, eat her out, and stick that thing in her. And then everybody start laughing. And then I remember it verbatim.
No, you bullshit now. Because again, we've never had a conversation that went that far. Because I would have thought you were bullshitting.
Oh God, I can pull up the video. I can pull up the video right now.
Pull it up. Pull it up. Because if you're right, I'll drop you for a week.
Oh God, okay. I can pull up the video right now.
Kimmy, he must have meant if he married a prostitute, meaning that she was already doing sex work before he married her, and then she get arrested. Then he's gonna stick by her because he was prostituting his wife out anyway. She was bringing the money home to the house, right? She was bringing home the bacon.
No, wasn't married to her. That's not my wife. Again, y'all are missing where my scope is. If we are married, there's an entirely different monster. Again,
okay.
Y'all like trying to throw these underhanded shades, but come right about it. Because I'm very direct about how I feel about it. If nothing else, y'all know I'm gonna tell you what's real. So I'm telling you, if it's my wife, we're looking at a whole different monster. Because I take those vows very seriously.
So I'm waiting.
You are not my wife.
Shadow, I'm gonna wait for Kim to pull up that part of the video, because if you had any conversation about if your wife was a prostitute and she got caught up and then she had to do 9 years and you're gonna take her back, then I will have to understand why was she called your wife according to your statement that you said right now. And if you knew that she had prostitution, why was you even dealing with her to even be in a position to have to take her back? So I don't know how. I mean, like I said, I don't remember what channel. I don't know what stream that was. But now, if we're gonna go off of what you're saying right now, we're gonna have to figure out how to even get to that conversation.
Right.
They should ban prostitution.
Jay,
Thank you,
What? I'm telling you the truth. They need to go ahead and just ban it.
That would be an interesting proposition, Jalen. I like that idea.
Why should they ban it, Jalen? Tell the people why they should ban it, Jalen.
Because you can go to jail for prostitution. I've seen females here in Memphis do this type of stuff and got arrested.
So not because it can harm people and hurt people, and then some people are human trafficked into prostitution. Only they should get rid of it because men can go to jail.
What? Like I said, bro, these females are trash prostitutes. They should go to jail for it.
Wait, so only the women should go to jail for prostitution and not the men?
Yes. Yes.
Why, Jalen? Why?
Jalen, you should propose that law. I'll support you, my brother.
Thank you.
You probably really
okay. So this was. I'm sorry. I don't mean to break in. This was 4 months ago. It was a video saying, can cheating save the marriage? It was can cheating save the marriage? That was the subject of or title of the video. Let me see if I could put the thing in the back. Hold on.
Dun, dun, dun.
This the video right here. This the video. I put it in the back. This is the video. Now I'm gonna try to find the spot where you said that. Hold on.
We need John Goats. John Goat, can you say
Hey, what's up with your half-breed brother?
Right now.
Yeah, shit. What's up, man? Hey, Jalen, shut up.
Oh, there you go.
Man, let Jalen say something, man. He know the real truth.
That's why I named myself Janet Speaks the Truth.
See?
Jalen, if they ban prostitution, if they ban for sex, who gonna have sex with you, bro? How you gonna lose your virginity, bro?
Goddamn.
But save it for marriage.
I know, but I don't know if anyone's gonna marry you respectfully.
Sorry, I don't marry cheating females, 304s, and prostitution. I'm sorry. I'm looking for a decent woman.
Married right now?
Wait, did you say you don't marry females?
I said I don't marry. I said I don't marry trashy women. Sorry.
Jalen, are you married right now?
Not right now.
Then you don't marry anyone.
Cause I don't trust some of these females, man. You see how these females do men wrong on videos?
No, I don't.
Yes, I see it on videos. How these females do men wrong.
I don't.
All right, man. Let me go on mute.
Thanks for being.
Wait, why you going on mute? No, you were good.
No,
I am. I was saying some good stuff. Yeah, I'm being honest.
Hey, look. Okay, hold on. Y'all know I get flagged all the time. I don't know why y'all are giving people an easy target to flag me. Please.
Hey, Jalen. He ain't gonna say nothing really wrong.
This channel is bullying anybody, please.
We ain't bullying him at all. Look, I support how he feels about it.
And now he want to double down on it.
I wasn't bullying Jalen.
All
of y'all.
What's up?
All of y'all going in the corner. Shadow, MJ, and AR.
I ain't going in no corner. I ain't do anything.
Yeah, it was them three though. I'm snitching. I'm snitching.
Doing nothing.
I mean, that's how the conversation started, Cody. We was talking about snitching in the first place. So
yeah, I'm snitching. I don't give a damn. I ain't going down for that one. I ain't going down for that one, big dog. You might get 35.
Right. I'm not bullying nobody, bro.
I can't do 35.
Yeah, I can't do 35.
Crazy, man.
Dog. I'm not engaging in that shit. Hey, listen, hey, y'all. Hey, let me ask you a question, big dog.
What's up, man?
Hey, I want to know, do you watch Charleston White? And if you do watch Charleston White, do you follow his message?
Nah, I don't watch. I've seen like clips every now and then, but I don't like Charleston White, so I don't rock with him at all.
So you're not a stupid.
I'm not stupid. Or I'm not a student.
You're not a stupid.
Oh yeah, exactly that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, big dog.
If you follow Charleston White, it's almost like following Trump at this point. Like they both goofies that do anything to make a little bit of money.
Just out here chasing it.
Say anything to make some money.
Yeah,
so that's pretty much all that is.
Yeah. Okay.
They're not respectable people.
Now we're talking to people with sense and intelligence.
But that doesn't mean that Charleston White don't have a bunch of people that's willing to follow behind him and do stupid things, just like Donald Trump.
Yeah, just like Trump. Exactly. They both got a bunch of retard. They both got a bunch of idiots.
Stupid.
Totally don't agree with you at. That's where y'all divide right there.
They both got idiots to follow them, and no matter what they do, they find excuses. Oh, Charleston White only says it because it's for the message, just so people watch him. Trump only says it. He's loose with his words. He don't actually mean what he say. Charleston White don't actually mean what he say. He's just saying it so more people follow him. They say the same. It's the same stuff with these people.
That's what Cody was saying.
What I said. Hold on. What I say.
What AR just said.
So you full of shit. I'm telling you, Sharon's so full of shit. I'm telling you, that head must got a bunch of air in it or something. I know it's space in there though. I'm telling you, it's space. Cause look, I said that if you following this guy and taking him for serious, you for stupid. That's what I say.
I agree.
And what's the point of saying? And
y'all choose to not want to agree with that. Y'all want to say, y'all want to speak as if every man with ears and eyes that listens or have heard something from him or seen him is following his rhetoric. And I'm saying that that's totally not true, big dog. I'm saying that this internet shit is largely entertainment for the bulk of people. The bulk of people are not following you for your intellect and your smarts and your improvement of their life.
And what I'm trying to tell you, that's where you wrong, because people were saying the same thing about people were saying the same thing about Trump, and he became the person that is dropping bombs.
Trump only beat women in elections, big dog. I believe in America, any man can beat a woman in election, big dog, because America is not willing to let women do it.
That whatever the case is, regardless. Bro,
I ain't voted for Trump. When you talking to me about Trump means nothing.
But me talking to you about anything means nothing, because every time I bring something up, you keep saying the same thing. Well, nobody listens.
Well, you're talking to me about two stupids at the moment. So two stupids means nothing to me.
Right. So every time I bring up something that somebody said that is dumb, you keep saying it doesn't matter. We shouldn't be paying attention to it. And then there's millions of other people that are paying attention to it. And then it turns into a situation that we have to worry about it.
No, I'm saying is because you want to look past the fact that and it's gonna remain fact regardless if you want to look past it or not. You want to look past the fact that stupids are gonna stupid. And so you want for some reason you want it to be zero stupids on planet Earth. And I don't see that as a logical thought from a big-headed person who should have enough brain to know that that is not logical, big dog.
So anybody that is on the internet, because the problem is you keep saying it's entertainment, and I'm telling you that it's more than entertainment.
It's largely entertainment, big dog. I'm saying it's largely entertainment.
Okay, so that's what we are arguing over. Cause I don't know if you're not understanding the argument. It is more than entertainment, because it is affecting people in real life.
And there's a lot of stupid people.
Well, shit. Well, y'all want to listen to stupid number. I ain't trying to listen to stupid number. I think stupid's born every day.
Right. So you keep like moving away from the conversation.
I mean, I think any entertainment can affect real life. Like when Jersey Shore came out, you had people fist pumping and saying grenades and stuff like that. It was still entertaining. Don't make it any less entertainment. So I guess I'm confused because any entertainment can affect real life. Like people get into fights about who the GOAT is and people get into fights. So I guess I'm confused about, I'm confused about what you guys are. I'm confused.
Yes, because I'm trying to tell. So I'm gonna tell you my position. My position that is more than entertainment, and we got to be careful and pay attention to human beings that have this type of rhetoric, because we need to clear these things up so everybody don't keep falling for the same rhetoric for the past 30, 50 years. The things that Charleston is saying is not something new. People have been saying this and holding on to this disgusting rhetoric for hundreds of years.
But everybody ain't falling for it, though.
Just because somebody plays GTA,
hold on, let me understand that. Did I say everybody's falling for it?
Yes.
AR?
I don't know what you guys were talking about earlier.
You said everybody keeps falling for it.
Just now, did I say everybody's falling for it? AR?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't think so. I don't think so, but
I don't understand why you keep bringing up things that I'm not saying.
You said everybody keeps falling for it, big dog. That's what you said.
I said it's been people been falling for this type of rhetoric for hundreds of years.
Oh, you just changed it. Yeah, you did just change it.
I did not just change it.
You said everybody's been falling for it, big dog.
Let's just say he said. Let's just say he said people. Let's just say he said people keep falling for it, not necessarily everybody.
I don't know why you.
Would that change if he said people keep falling for it? How would you view that, Cody?
I believe there are people who believe what Charleston's saying. I said this from jump. I believe that there are people that believe what Charleston's saying. I believe there are people who I believe he may incur some extra people here and there too. You get what I'm saying? But I'm saying Sharon is framing it as if the bulk of people are following this dude's message, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm saying that I don't think that is the case. I think that the people that are following his message will probably gonna be on that route and path, whether he spoke it or not, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Sharon is saying as if he's converting bulks of people to this bullshit rhetoric, and that instead of 5% of people being converted to his shit out of his congregation, the people who follow him, Sharon want to say that it's like a 85-90% clip. And I'm saying that we just on opposite ends of it. I don't think what he's saying is right. He don't think what I'm saying is right. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But
do you think that ideologies without a leader it's not really impactful, right? Like when we think about Trump getting elected, a lot of the shit he was saying, it was already thought about, like you were saying, like whether Trump was there or not, there's gonna be a bunch of people that believe the stuff and whatever. But until a con artist like Trump got into the mix, it wasn't weaponized, right? It was just people believed it. They scattered here, they scattered there. Maybe they talk every now and then or whatever, but there wasn't like a central focal point for that outlet of that. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that's what Schramm views Charleston White as, someone that becomes that figurehead for that ideology. And yeah, people that follow him might have believed that or might hear that somewhere else and believe it in whatever. But Charleston White gives them a focal point, a figurehead to weaponize that shit and make it bigger than what it would be if it was just, chaotic and disorganized.
Yeah, I think organizing anything could make it a stronger force, right?
Mm-hmm.
But do I think he's organizing some shit? I don't think so. But now
more like he's like the figure, like he's the face for it. Like before him, maybe there wasn't really a big face for it. Maybe there was.
He's the voice of the voiceless, so to speak, right?
He wishes.
I'm just saying that's what, but that's the picture they paint. And you saying you standing really where I'm standing at. I'm saying he wishes. You feel me?
I don't know. I wasn't here the whole. I don't even know. I just got here, and I got yelled at yesterday, so I gotta be on my best behavior.
Man, Sharon ain't got no hair.
Yeah, Sharon I got into it with Jay Prince yesterday.
I gotta be on my best behavior for everybody except Jalen. Jalen, shut the hell up, man.
Dude, I'm not saying no to you. You shut the hell up.
All right, my bad. Go ahead.
Jalen with the shit, man.
Yeah, I got into it with Jay Prince yesterday on Easy Panel.
Be sneezy. Deception is not stupid, Cody. I added that part in. So I'm not really. Thank you so much, BC. So yeah, I just don't really understand Cody's argument of that stupid people listening to Charleston. So that means I don't know what that means. So that means what we shouldn't.
I think
we shouldn't review it and say this is stupid. That we shouldn't review it.
I think more so based off of the little bit I've heard so far, it seems like Cody, and he can correct me if I'm wrong, is saying you're kind of blowing it up bigger than what it is. And there's always going to be stupid people, and a stupid person can always be the head of the stupid people, but they're still stupid people and they're not really having any impact. And it's not like the bulk of people. It's not like 80% or 90% or even 95 or whatever are following Charleston White. That's what I've gotten from what Cody was saying.
Yeah, but he don't need 85%. Trump didn't need 85%.
He needed about
he's not even getting 50, but I don't even think there's 50%, right? I don't even think there's 20%. I don't hear anybody talking about Charleston White. The only time Charleston White I've ever heard anybody talk about Charleston White is if someone passes away and he says some off the wall shit. Or in a time like this where someone brings him up.
Yeah, so let me get a little bit more clear. Have you ever heard somebody other than Charleston White saying that it is okay for a man to cheat on his wife?
Have I ever heard somebody say that other than Charleston White? Yeah, probably. Yeah, people on this little, red pill space, they be saying that goofy shit all the time.
Have you heard men use the Bible as a way to entrap women to not get divorced from men? Other than Charleston White.
I don't think I've heard that, but I don't think I've heard that exactly from Charleston White or anybody else.
We just reviewed Charleston White saying it.
Oh, okay. What did you say?
And also, last month on my channel, before we reviewed this Charleston White, it was men on the panel saying the same exact thing as Charleston White, literally.
So you're saying that the ideology is just because even though there might be, let's just say there's 50% of men that follow the ideology and only 20% of men follow Charleston White, it's still 50% with the same ideology, whether they like Charleston White or not.
Right.
Okay.
Because
I think that's mainly a Christian issue than less so than
they got Charleston saying it. They got half the Christian men saying it. They got half of.
It's probably more than that.
I'm just saying.
Well, let's just make sure we dole out the correct.
No, because Cody said 85%, and me, all oldest never said a percentage whatsoever.
You don't know how to. All right, fool. I ain't going over.
Right, you going backtrack and act like he didn't throw out a percentage, right?
Well, all right. So Cody, what is your view? Like if he's saying, let's just say Sharon is saying, it might not be 50% or 60% of men following Charleston White, but 50 or 60% of men think like Charleston White. And so it's not about Charleston White specifically, but the message. And even if only 20% of men follow Charleston White or 10% or 5%, it's still 60% of men that think similarly.
Well, are they acting on their thoughts though?
Yeah, let's say they are, yeah.
All right, well then I would think that would be a negative. Okay. I've been said that. I don't understand. What I'm saying is though, so the message was the message you saying that the message that Charleston White is speaking is the problem.
That's what I think. That's what he's saying.
Yes.
And you saying that the people having that same thought and acting on it is the problem.
Yes.
It's a thing called being emboldened. When you already believe something and then you hear other people agreeing and saying things that you are, and you might be on the fence, but you've been emboldened now to do what you already was thinking about when somebody else says that that's the right thing to do.
And so y'all saying the 60% of men are thinking that.
You keep asking us questions. We've been answering them. What is your statement, sir?
I'm trying to get a full understanding of what the hell you saying, big dog. If you saying that 60% of men,
you mean to tell me out of all the questions AR asked you still don't have a full thought on what your thought is?
You saying that 60% of men are acting like Charleston White and doing the things Charleston White are saying?
I think more.
I think that depend. I mean, it depends on what he's talking about. Like, obviously, we heard him, diss, people like King Von and stuff like that. And I don't think 80% of men are out there dissing random people they ain't never met or anything. But if we're talking about men, at least in the YouTube space that I've seen, I think it's more often, or in these spaces anyway, more often than not, the men that are on panels seem to be the ones that are talking about they should be able to have multiple different partners, and a woman should be submissive to them and all that other bullshit. And they do, whether they just parrot it on the internet. We'll never know if they're acting it out in real life, but we do hear them say it on the internet. So at the very least, they're trying to influence the viewers to think like that and do that in real life. And I would definitely say it's from my experience, it seems to be the majority, or maybe it's just the people that I get into back and forth with. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I think if that's the real numbers and that's the way it is, I think that's bull. I don't agree with it. I've been said that though.
Cody, you acting like people are going out here saying because Charleston White said it, now I'm going to do it. That's not what anybody is claiming. Nobody is claiming that people are going out in the millions and saying, well, because I saw Charleston White say it on a podcast, now I'm going to do it. These things wear on people slowly and consistently. And when you're entertaining, you can infiltrate people's minds with ideas that they would not otherwise necessarily accept. And it's not just him.
Now you're going another route though, because you just said that these people already had a thought process, the same ideology of this dude, right?
That too. It builds a wall. It's a building block of situations. If I already am either on the fence, I said on the fence as well, meaning I don't quite know which is the right way to go. Could go left, could go right. Now I heard this, and I'm going to pick a side. But it also is people who have this type of ideology, but they're not quite as bold with it or strong with it, or it's not as deep into them as it will be once they keep hearing it over and over and over from different sources. Well, he said it, she said it, the Bible said it, everybody said it. So he's just contributing to this these waves that are crashing upon people that they are, deciding to listen to, but nonetheless, is what's occurring.
Yeah, I think to maybe add on to that, something I feel too is that maybe there's just not enough outspoken opposition. And so when people are on YouTube or in social media and stuff, they get a lot of what she's talking about from a whole bunch of different areas. And the people that disagree don't speak up enough. And we've seen that a lot with pretty much any negative movement is, extremists are really loud and others are not. And if, let's say, 80% of people are, moderate, real calm and shit, but 10% are extreme on one side and 10% are extreme on the other side, and those 10 or 20% of extremists are constantly yelling, they're the most vocal or whatever, that's all people see, all the moderates see, and all the young people who are a lot more susceptible to being, swayed by a message or whatever, they're going to hear that. They're not going to hear the moderate message because the moderates don't speak out. It's kind of like Yelp reviews or negative, Google reviews. Like, generally speaking, if you go to a place and it's good, you're really not going to leave a review. But if you had a really terrible experience, or if you had a bad experience even, you are more likely to leave a review. And so when someone goes there, they're going to see all those bad reviews and think it's bad because the people that had a good time don't leave reviews.
It's crazy how, the power of influence changes depending on the individuals, right? because a lot of people always point out the Sexy Reds and the Gorillas of the world, and they say that their influence is so powerful that it can warp the minds of all the women, especially young girls. But it seems like the same is not applied when it comes down to men. And I don't know, maybe that's because y'all think that y'all are more logical in sense than women. But
I don't agree with none of them bold ass statements like that.
Cody, I'm not talking about you. Relax, man.
Those statements are too broad. I don't agree with shit like that. You understand what I'm saying?
Well,
Blanketed
you
ass
have to
statements like
after
that.
she finishes, and then you can make a statement instead of asking a question.
I wasn't even talking about Cody. I'm just saying that sometimes I feel that those influence, like, you know, when people talk about the influence of women that they believe or have bad behavior or presenting bad behavior and trying to make it normal, they say that they can affect everyone, like all the young girls, all the other women, right? But the same type of, I guess, understanding of what those negative, those negative things is being put out there, when it's applied to men, it's just seems like it's not looked at as in the same way. It's looked at as men can make more of a logical decision between what is right and wrong. Like they don't get influenced the same way as per se as a woman could get influenced. But we see that every day that does occur. I mean, we got Jalen literally on the panel with us. Like, come on, let's be real.
Whoa.
Shout out to Titan Boss.
Why me? Why?
Yeah, just on a meeting call.
Oh wait, where's Mr. Shadow? Because I got the timestamp now. I got the
See, someone that's why I
timestamp.
date Colombian women, bro. Because black women are too masculine.
Jalen, you literally just said that we were all evil bitches. Now stop it.
Yeah, y'all are evil. So I'm gonna give me a Colombian woman.
Good luck with that.
Absolutely, please do, Jalen. Absolutely.
What's the timestamp, Kim?
2:18.
Okay. So Cody, what's your statement?
I don't agree with broad ass statements like Sexy Red is bad influence on all women, and I don't agree with shit like that. And if I'm not mistaken, I think I was one of the first to come to this panel to say that men was hating on the Miami song, and that song had a good little bop and vibe to it, right? So I think I see the nuance.
I'm agreeing with you, Cody. You did do that.
That's why I said I wasn't talking about Cody, because
I'm not
he
saying
did
you
come
was
out.
talking about me. I'm just responding to what your statement, because the thing is the same with the Charleston White thing Sharon is doing right now. The statement is too broad. That's why I don't agree.
What is broad about what I'm saying?
That as if it's outreaching all these goddamn, like it's negative on all these people, just like Sexy Red and Glorilla. It's like the statement is too broad. I don't see that many people being influenced negatively by Glorilla and Sexy Red to where the women is out here just. I don't see it that way, and I don't see it that way where the men are being goddamn me influenced by Charleston White to a point where all the men think as radically as Charleston White. That's what I'm saying.
Right. So do you believe because you don't see it, that means that it's not happening?
I didn't say that. I said I'm coming from my. You asked me for my opinion and my viewpoint. You asked me for my viewpoint. You ain't asked me for everybody else.
Your viewpoint is not what I'm not talking about. Your viewpoint. I'm talking about what's happening in society, and you telling me about you. I'm not talking about Cody.
So you saying in society, majority of women are moving and acting like Sexy Red and Glorilla?
I'm talking to you about Charleston White, and now you trying to ask me a question about a premise about some goddamn woman.
It's in the same correlation. They correlate.
No,
I'm asking.
It's not, because music is already classified as the vote of entertainment. Charleston White is getting on the internet, and people are pedestalizing him as someone who has some type of knowledge to offer. People are like, "Oh, Charleston is so insightful. He's so wise. He playing chess, and he's really smarter than
or not?"
Think.
I don't think it's going anywhere. So
hold on, because Cody is just not
before Shadow and Kim sort their differences out. Cody, do you feel like when you've been on panels, whether it be here or other places, that the majority of men on panel don't think like Charleston White? Or do you think it's a toss-up? Like on YouTube, generally speaking, do you see more of that quote-unquote red pill shit, or do you see
on panels?
Do you see that anti-red pill stuff?
On panels, I would say yeah, but I think the bulk of these people are chasing it just like Charleston White. He just made it further in the race.
But even in the comments, though, like if you look at how many views they have in the comments, the people that do say that type of stuff, yeah, I agree. A lot of them are grifters and whatnot, but they have the most comments. They have the most viewership.
Yeah, I believe that because it's entertainment and they going to bash and talk they shit with against the women. They all in a war on this thing from what I see. So I can't say that there is life, because you get what I'm saying. I see on this internet they just warring with each other.
I agree. Like the internet is different than real life. Like I think like a lot of people say things. I've never heard this much. I've never heard a lot of the stuff that's been said on this internet. I never heard that in real life.
That's what I'm saying. I never heard that.
I agree, but at least on the internet, and social media, which is where the youngins grow up nowadays. Like as soon as they can get a phone, as soon as they can touch electronics, they're on YouTube, they're on whatever, and they're more likely to be hearing the stuff on YouTube or being whatever. Like they're not going out as much as we used to when we was kids. Like they're not riding their bikes and playing backyard football and all that. Like they're not doing that as much because they got other avenues to do things with their friends. And so I think that at least from my perspective, at least from my opinion, we can't say on the internet it is not like that. Maybe we can make the argument that in real life, yeah, it's not like that because the average person in real life is not.
I agree with you on that. I believe on the internet that it's 1,000%. I think 100% of them probably speak and talk. You know what I'm saying? So I agree with that. But I ain't know we was talking about the internet. Shit, I thought we was talking about life. I thought we were saying that
it's just hard in real life because we all come from different areas. Like in the South, it's gonna be different than the North. New York City, some borough like Brooklyn, different than the Bronx. Like it's all gonna be different. So it's hard to say what is happening. We can only say like I'm not seeing it in real life in my circle, but who knows what these people are doing when they're at home? Like people like to act one way.
95% of the internet think like Charleston White. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, but Cody, I don't know if you're doing this. Majority of people.
I agree with that. I agree with what you're saying.
I don't know why you're talking before. Like you're a what? Fortune teller now? You know what I was going to say? So majority of people don't have these type of conversations in real life. They say, hey, how you doing? How's the family? Everything's good. You seen the new game? LeBron going to the Senses. Yeah, that's crazy, right? Yeah. You think he's going to win the championship? Yeah, that's what they talk about. They don't actually have a conversation beyond the surface level. So you cannot use real life as the litmus test.
They say a mask will show someone's true. Giving someone a mask will show their true intentions or true feelings and stuff. And in real life, they don't have masks, but they got them on the internet.
Right. So and Kim, what's the timestamp again?
18.
2:18. Okay, I wasn't tripping. So I don't know. It's like they always want to run interference for the stupids.
I think y'all just love the stupids and y'all want to make them bigger than what they are. And that's
oh man, well, y'all just going back and forth. I think we can all agree that we should speak out more, or we can do a better job of combating the stupids on the internet. So if someone hop on a panel and they bald and they not making much sense, there's nothing wrong with letting them know that they bald at all. There's nothing wrong with that. That's all I think. But y'all can keep doing what y'all doing.
Yeah, I don't know why Cody is trying to fight for the stupids. It's weird. We had 2 first
ones. Gonna be better in bed if he go be with other women, different women. That's what you said. But it's okay.
Dom, I don't even believe in that.
Yeah, but you said it though. But you corrected it. Okay, cool. I know I'm not. I know I got good.
So I need to understand this. So KT said yes. Him cheating on his wife can save the marriage. Do you believe a woman cheating on her husband can save the marriage?
Ask him.
hold on. That's not cheating if they both know. KT the GOAT, do you believe that a woman can cheat?
They all know.
And so, and this is interesting, right? That we pulling up this stream, right? So this shows even months ago, men are believing that they could cheat and do whatever they want to a woman, right? This don't have nothing to do with Charleston White, but somehow Charleston White is saying the same exact thing.
Oh,
yeah. Okay, you better.
That must have been the recent change.
She done flamed your ass already. You better chill out.
Man, she still ain't said shit that was true. I'm not worried about that goofy ass.
Okay, all right. I'm trying to get back to the conversation. All right. So, KT, you say yeah. So if marriage by hopping on,
many women have probably like cheated. Not like an example of this happening.
No, and then when he put it in,
I think sounds
save her marriage. A man can cheat to save his marriage, but a woman can't cheat to save his marriage.
No, according to KT to go, he said both parties can go out there, and if they're not feeling like the person is doing the proper job in the bedroom for whatever the reason is, they have every right to go out there and cheat to maintain a relationship. That is crazy.
Kulu, how is it not good for the goose but not good for the gander? Like, I don't understand where you're coming from.
Because using red pill logic, right? A woman, when she has sex, she gets emotionally attached. But for us,
you brought it up.
It's a physical release. So I can come back to my family and still love my wife, my kids, after just busting it down, in the car, in the parking lot. But when a woman does it, right, she has an emotional attachment to it, and it'll start to pull from the family.
Oh, nah, I'm gonna say this.
Shout out to Red Pill Kulu. I didn't know he was Red Pill, but it's coming out on the Friday.
Let me say this real quick.
Josh, if your wife go to prison for 9 years for prostituting, you gonna stick by her for them 9 years, and when she get out, you gonna love her down, eat her out, and put that thing in there, that little wee thing.
Nah, nigga, it's crazy.
I miss Diva's laugh. I ain't gonna lie.
It's hilarious.
Yo, that was crazy. Hey, Either Man was. What's your thoughts on a man cheating to save his marriage? What's your thoughts on that? Be the adult, please, and thank you.
About me?
Yeah. Why you looking at me, Shada? You was quiet, so I think you didn't want to respond.
Because you let her shoot a shot at me and didn't let me fire back.
Ask the question one more time, Sharon. I want to make sure I heard it right.
Hold on. Shadow want his rebuttal.
His link back. You want his link back.
So
you better get it back. You better get it back.
So first and foremost, man, here's something new. Something I know you think about a lot. Ain't shit little about me. So we can miss that whole conversation. Second of all, yes, because I made my life, I don't give a fuck what she went to jail for. I'm stuck with her for life. All right, now shoot her ass. And then I'm going to defend my position. Yeah.
No, you gonna leave Kim up there. No. I got Kim's bill. Go on, Shadow. Defend yourself. Defend yourself, Shadow.
I just got
that was crazy.
I'm gonna ban my phone a week now. But no. I'm just kidding, Kim. I fuck with you. So, again, the way they even started that conversation, she threw a stupid ass shot at me, which Kim does frequently. So, context of conversation, yeah, if my wife does something that she goes to jail for, all right, fine. But all that extra shit she said, that actually got under my skin. So I'm gonna give her that. So
Shadow's doing his.
Wait.
Shadow's doing his. So what happened was.
No.
But like I can't believe this is happening in real time. This is not real.
Kim got me. So I actually did say that. So
and she also repeated exactly. And she also repeated it the exact same way.
She repeated it word for word.
I thought she started talking again on here. I was like, I think that was verbatim.
No,
that was crazy.
The way how she repeated it word for word from 4 months ago was crazy, bro.
Dialect and all. Like she said it tone-wise.
Shadow, I'm gonna need you to go drop yourself, bro.
No,
go ahead. Pay the $20 and drop yourself for 20 minutes.
That's the bullshit
You gonna
I
have
be
to
talking about though. That's the bullshit I be talking about though. And see how all y'all acting on this panel. That's the bullshit I be talking about. See, Kim know she threw that slick shit in there on GP because what Shadow exposed to y'all, right?
Right.
Cody, because I'm a professional, baby.
She threw that slick shit
Hey,
in
so he's
there,
a professional. Hey,
and then he just answered the question. And now y'all just running with it all GP. That's the same fuck shit I'm talking about. Y'all just displayed in real time. Thank you, silly motherfucker.
What? No, because I'm gonna say no. If I
hold on,
you
Kim.
can't. Cody, what are you talking about? Because
No,
I
Kim,
like you, Cody.
you tried to
What
play
are you
him.
talking
You
about?
tried to play him. You tried to play him and threw that slick shit in the middle of the question. He was answering the question about taking his wife back. He was asking the question about staying down with his wife through the shit. Through the going to penitentiary or whatever.
So I can't predict what's gonna happen 4 months later. So
You
I
just
set this
slipped.
all up 4 months ago. I
You
set
just
this
slipped
all
that
up
shit
4
in
months
there.
ago.
being disingenuous. No,
Yeah, she being disingenuous.
I'm not.
Yes, she is.
I'm not.
No,
She is.
Kim. So hold up. This was
So Cody, Cody and Shadow. I set all this up 4 months ago.
No, I'm saying, Kim, in that conversation, when you said what you said, you threw that in as a shot, right?
No, I was going along with the conversation. If you listen, hold on. Please let me talk because that's why I'm glad.
Hold on, Kim.
Can I please talk?
Hold on, Kim.
Okay, I'm quiet.
Because if you let Cody keep talking, we're gonna go somewhere else that doesn't have anything to do with.
No,
the
she's
main
saying that was
topic
the
of
real question. I thought that was a shot she took at him about his past.
So the thing is that he said one time that he would take his wife back for prostitution, and today he said he would not. So that is what the conversation is supposed to be about.
But I'm saying that's what I'm saying. I think the prostitution
Cody,
part was the shot.
Cody, this is what I want to explain. Please, this is what I want to explain. Me even saying that to him was based off of him saying what's good for the goose is good for the gander. I wasn't just sporadically talking about his past. He said because the conversation was about cheating to save the marriage and you know things of that nature were coming up. As Sharon introduced the video, he said that's ironic that the same conversation that was being had 4 months ago, it had nothing to do with Charleston White, and here you are today of Charleston White talking about, you know, cheating on your wife and people's coming after me for cheating on my wife. So it all ties in. So why I said that specifically was because Shadow said what's good for the goose is good for the gander. That's why I said that.
Yeah, I heard him say that. I just thought that the prostitution part was a shot.
And Cody over here just co-signing shit, and these men
I
be saying
thought the
this shit for
prostitution
4
part was a
months ago.
shot based on his history. I don't. That's all it was.
Cody, she's lying in your face if she's saying otherwise because she used a specific time mark. Hey, Kim, don't play in my face.
I'm not lying. You just play the video.
Hey, watch this. Hey, either you're gonna listen, I'm gonna shoot you down, or I'm gonna make you listen. Pick one.
Okay, what do you think I'm lying about, y'all? This your chance. What do you think I'm lying about?
Hey, so here's what happened. Because as we were talking about the conversation and we were talking about cheating, the first thing your dumb ass did was try to bring on my fucking case down beat. So fuck you, number one. Take the shot, Sharon. I'm not asking.
There is no shot. She's covered.
Hey, don't worry. She won't be in a second. I got this. Hey, that signing bonus.
Shadow, how are you mad? Because you contradicted your own self.
Because
and I got an elephant memory.
I got something better.
Why you, Shadow? That you're not standing on business. You're playing petty games and you're trying to paint a narrative.
Hey, Kim, what was the first thing I said before I responded?
What did you say? I don't know. What did you say? I don't know what you're referring to.
You can quote everything else. What was the first thing I named?
What did you say, Shadow? Say what you said and make your point.
I said, so you're gonna let her make that slick ass comment because every opportunity you get, and I can now quote you on it, you try to take a shot about a case that you don't know shit about.
So no, Shadow. My response Maybe you didn't understand, but I was responding to you saying what's good for the goose is good for the gander. So we was literally talking. The light skinned bro, I forget people's name, but light skinned buddy, he was talking about how he'll go cheat on his wife and how he, he gonna have his stress relieved, and the stress relief will be all good. It's to cheat to save the marriage, right? So he's saying how men can cheat to save their marriage. All of us was disagreeing. Cherry was disagreeing. Sharon was disagreeing. Let me finish. I'm not. Everybody was disagreeing. You were the one who came up and said, oh, if the man can cheat to save the marriage, then the woman can cheat to save the marriage. That's basically what you're saying by what's good for the goose is good for the gander. That's what you're saying. You're not disagreeing with it.
All right, let Shadow answer that. So do you disagree with what Kim is saying?
Yeah.
Slap the taste out of your mouth. I'd like to see it.
God damn. They put 100 on your ass. They say keep Kim and drop Shadow. They put 100 ball on your head. Sheesh.
I mean, the point of the fact is that we saw the video. We saw that he said it, right? He said it, whether if it was in a different context due to the actual conversation that was happening that day. But you did make those statements, and you made it bold and proud that yes, you would. You said literally yes, and then you made the further statement. You and your wife are going to be with each other for life. That's the commitment that y'all made to each other, and that's the commitment that y'all made to God. And this is why divorce is not in the picture at all. But that was completely contradiction to what you have stated today. And that's the whole point why Kim brung it up. And to get mad at her and to gaslight and project, like, because you literally got caught out there with a different statement. I mean, you should have just said, hey, listen, I said it because when you said that day, I felt like, hey, according to the conversation, if you think that it's cool to do that, I think that it will be cool for the woman to do it, because I think in totality is bullshit. Nobody should be doing that to each other. That's what he should have said. But now getting angry and fighting with her about it, but you just literally, you was proven. That's just crazy. It's just absolutely crazy. You just got to stand on it. If you didn't mean it in that way, or you definitely didn't mean it in regards of your life, then okay. But if you meant to say that statement due to the argument, then just say that. Just stand on your shit. That's it.
Yeah, he trying to call me a liar and say I'm taking it out of whatever he was trying to say and getting mad, right? Like, bro, I got the elephant memory, sir. Don't get on these internets and think you about to get, one over on, Kim West. That's specifically the Shadow. Anybody who else want to get something over on me, cool. But MJ, thank you, because he just really be trying to bully people, and he really be trying to bully me and painting me as like I'm the dishonest one, and he trying to act so virtuous. That's the thing. He trying to be like, oh, I'm so virtuous in these moments. He's a flip flopper. He's a bully, and he's a trash man.
Oh shit! But Shadow, so they dropped 100 to credit for Kim, and the rest on you. So Kim now, I'm assuming Kim doesn't have a credit anymore. So now she, I don't know who did it, but somebody put 100 on your head. I ain't no snitch. I thought we don't snitch. Use first shot on Kim and this on MJ. Bet.
I wish you could.
So So let me see. So he did have loaded one. So that's 20 he had before. Let me see. Where was it? Just low one just in case. All right. So he had 20 already. And then he put another 20. So that's 40 on Kim. So that means you have 60 on you.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy.
But do you understand?
For you to come back, Shadow, it's 60 for you to come back.
So do you understand
what
is being said? What's being said, Sharon? Like, it could be, like I said, just for the conversation back then, he could just say that for that conversation, this is not pertaining necessarily to myself. But if I had that ideology, yes, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. But the life that I live for myself is the reason why he made the statement today. Couldn't have had that just been said and everything would have been squashed?
Yes. Yes. That was crazy though. He got caught in 4K too. And he turned the camera on too. Hey y'all, he turned the camera on and said, I'm gonna be my most. Oh shit. That was I didn't expect it to be so worth.
Face lie. You gonna stick on that. I'm gonna drop you because I know I never said anything like that.
I didn't know it was gonna be that word for word.
If he meant to say that shit, he just freaky and nasty as hell. Cause shit, I thought it was a shot. I was hoping he ain't meant to say that. Answer that question. I thought she was sneaking that in there on his ass.
Me too. I thought he was singing it.
I thought it was a shot, but shit, if he meant to say that, he just freaky. It's freaky people out here though. Shit.
I mean, it is Freaky Friday, right, Cody?
Yeah. They come out at night and daytime on Friday. Shit. On Friday, you could go. On Friday, you could go down by the park and there's cheeks everywhere. Yeah, but I don't know. I thought Kim was shooting a shot though. I know she.
For me, I don't smash anything. I don't smash anything.
Damn, Jalen.
We know, Jalen. We know.
We appreciate it, Jalen.
Put the lotion down.
No, I wasn't shooting no shot at old boy. You know what I'm saying? He a fraudulent character in my opinion. Just like what MJ is saying, you could have rectified it like this, or you could have said that. A lot of us are honest about what we got going on and what we do. Me myself, I'm honest, and Shadow had been the main cheerleader, telling me how I'm debaucherous and nasty and flagrant. And so, yeah, I take special care and special notes on what he got to say about himself and whoever else. Okay, that's why I could quote this word for word, because he comfort me in my specific lifestyle, because it's not conventional, it's not conservative, but I'm honest about it. But he like to call me names and say things about me and my husband and whatever the case may be. So you can't come on here and double talk in front of me, because I'm going to remember what you say.
So let me just let Shadow know. So Kim was covered with your 40 that you put on Kim's head. The person paid for 40s, so Kim won't be dropped, and they put 60 on your head. So you so you understand. I don't know if that makes sense to you, Shadow. But
and I'm not, if I was taking shots, I'd bring up the other nonsense that Shadow been involved in, but I ain't gonna do that. I'm just gonna talk about him and me, and how he tried to play me and lie right now, because again, maybe he didn't remember, right? He could have said, maybe I said that, I don't know, I don't remember. He doubled down, like I would never say something like that.
Yeah, it was a while ago. So, but I just didn't expect it to be so word for word, though. That was the crazy part. Like you had that, it was like you was waiting. You was the most patient, petty person I know. I thought I was patient, but waiting, to wait 4 months for it to come back full circle. Yo, hey y'all, wait 4 months for it to come back full circle was wild. word for word though. I was like, oh shit. Like, hey y'all, I thought she started talking again too when she said the whole liquor and the whole. It was word for word. That was crazy.
I thought so too. I literally, when he was playing the video, I was like, dang, is Kim saying it again right now? Like, answer the question right now.
Word. That shit was crazy. I thought I got a good memory on that shit. I don't.
Can't play with a big elephant. And that's people like Shadow Problem. He think he could get online and play Petty Prince. He want to be the Petty Prince. What? You know, the Petty King. You know, he want to, get on everybody's channels and play Petty King and Petty Prince. You know, everybody not gonna play them games with him.
Hey, talk your shit, Kim.
She is talking that shit. She's freaky. She feel like
Freaky Friday. Kim want war. Kim came for war.
Yeah, one thing.
Get this off her chest.
Listen,
she got to mark down on the
calendar. I told him I came up here. Look, I did my walking 15 minutes and my other walking 15 minutes too. That's why you guys see me sweating when I came on the screen. I've been walking my 15 minutes or whatever, my little walk back and forth, And he just be thinking he gonna get on, the Bracy internet and just, stop and step all over people and create narratives. You're right. I sat in the cut real solid and patient for them 4 months. Yeah.
And hold on. So Shadi,
because I agree with Cody. Shadow's a very freaky individual. We ain't visit that point.
Don't provoke me to anger, or else you be in danger.
And by the way, Shadow, you are $10 short, but I know you good for it. But you $10 short.
No, I was just saying you didn't have to bring me back. I'm not gonna let him keep running them out. I just asked my wife if I'm here to drop $500 because one thing I don't like is I don't like being lied on. And here's the thing: she sat there and she's playing in people's faces and pissing me off. But I'm not gonna disrespect my wife by making a purchase on it. So I'm making sure I get that text first, and I'm dropping her for life. Because if you want to play this game, we'll play it for real. If you want to be honest, we play that. Girl, you literally just played in my face. No, I'm not good with it. And then you're sitting there still playing in people's face. Cody heard you do it. You still lying in his face. All right, bro, I got you. Yeah, everything you just said, I approved it.
So you want me to bring you back down and wait for the extra 10?
Put me back in the back. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I was trying to give you the benefit of the doubt.
Why he trying to rope Cody in? Cody know he a freaky frog. Cody know Shadow is a freaky frog. Cody was trying to give Shadow the benefit of the doubt. That's what was happening.
Jay, that didn't need bid.
Oh,
Jay,
hell no.
What up, boy?
That's weird, man. That's weird.
I thought you put the 50 by accident and you meant to. Oh, but my bad.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's okay though. It's
the
no
thing.
look
That
on
shit
my
get y'all
end. It's no
triggered
beef.
in this
I
gender
don't
war
have no
shit.
beef with
You feel me? And now y'all get triggered in this gender war shit, and now you feel me? And that's the same thing I'm saying about. I'm wrong though. You feel me? But
yes,
I'm telling
you are wrong.
I can't be wrong, Sharon. I can't be.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
You a hater.
Shit.
We knew that when he was talking that shit about Kai.
Yeah, he's a hater, bro. He just dry hating. And I'm like, damn, stay out of nigga way. Get your hand out my pockets. The hell is going on?
What do you mean throwing around? Sharon is a certified hater.
Right.
So where is the line between hater and accountability?
I said when you see something positive, damn, can you ask a question?
Well, no,
when you see something positive and you still want to turn it negative. So when you see something like, hey, he put young fashion artists on, or he allowed their clothes to be shown on his his thing that he set up, and you still try to figure out a way to turn it negative. That's a straight hater right there. When you look something up and then tell us, oh, I can't even find nothing positive, as if it's really that hard to find something positive about Kai, and then you share your screen, and the second thing on your screen is something positive, and you want to escape by it. That's hating. That's hating.
No, but
you're a hater, Ken. It's all right, man. I don't know why you're defending it. You must not like Kai either.
No, but you look at somebody putting somebody on as a positive, but it's not a positive or a negative.
Hey, you see what the perfect example, Kim. Now you see what I'm talking about. That's the difference between a hater.
Wait, so if somebody puts somebody on to drugs and they get addicted, is that person a good person?
Outlier shit. Are we talking about drugs? Or are we talking about fat? Are we talking about young creatives that whose dream it is to have their clothes on a runway?
No, the reason why she asked is because you.
But we talking about what Kai did. We're not doing an outlier thing. Ain't nobody talking about drugs or nothing. Let's be serious here, MJ. What kind of question?
You are talking about drugs.
That's not a serious question.
It is a very serious question. It is
putting somebody on is neutral. It's not positive or negative.
Okay, you're right. It's neutral until the context is given, and the context was given. Hey, MJ, if young adults or young kids, their dream is to have their clothes shown on a runway or to be recognized or whatever, and Kai says, "Hey, I know this is your dream, and I have a platform. Would you like me to platform your creativity so that maybe some agents or whatever will reach out to you?" Is that a positive or is that a negative?
It might be negative because
I asked MJ.
They could just be exploiting them, and they don't get no real benefit.
See, this is
wait. I was just gonna say, from the outside looking in, yes, of course that would be as positive.
Okay.
But let's just say it was a hidden agenda behind it. Like, we don't know, right? We never know, right? Somebody thinks you're doing something good for someone and they putting you on, but then actually they're hurting you and it's for your demise. A good example for that would be for P. Diddy and his artists that was under him. They were under an ironclad contract where he made all the money. They were only getting paid off of what they can make for Spotify for their music, and he kept all the royalties and everything. And now they don't even have music careers.
I understand that there's stuff behind the scenes that could turn something negative, but until that stuff comes to light, you can't just assume it's negative. When he gives this older lady who has a channel named I think it's I Love Puzzles. She's like in her 50s or 60s. All she does is make puzzles. She talk on cam. When he invites her to Streamer University and she get a whole bunch of people coming to her channel now and he gives her $30,000, is that a positive or a negative, MJ?
Like I said, from the outside looking in, it will look at as a positive.
Exactly. And so any other time we talk about people doing something positive, we don't go, oh, well, they might be doing it for their own gain and X, Y, and Z. We say, hey, we wish people would do this more often. We wish someone with a certain platform will put on young Black males and females and help them succeed in whatever they want to do.
No, I agree with that, but that's the whole point. We got to stop doing that.
But that's not what Kai is. That's not what Sean is doing, though. He sees something because he didn't when he was looking at the negative stuff, he didn't go, oh, maybe there's some positivity behind the scenes. Maybe there's some benefit that we don't know about behind the scenes. He was just saying it's negative, and let me show you this negative shit.
We do that a lot on Sharon's channel, right? Because you remember when we talk about content creators and we even lash out about these idiots and clowns, like you said, Charleston White, right? For example, right? There's some people who do think that by him being entertaining in degeneracy, that is a positive. Some people look at it as, hey, if he's letting that be out there to be shown so people can know that this type of mindset is out there, that is a positive because people's getting more information than they had before, right? So, and again, we do see examples where we look at people and it's a negative, like just like how they were speaking about that Jay Prince person. If we look at it as a negative, people say it's a positive that now people know that these type of people exist. And that's why you could do the same with someone who say, hey, it looks like this guy is giving to the community. This guy is donating and all the stuff like that. But here he is. He's literally hurting the community because let's say he's prostituting underage girls. He's giving drugs. That the money that he makes, he's giving drugs to the kids in the community. He's telling the boys out there to be stick-up kids. There's so many people in history alone that have used them helping the community, helping their race, helping whatever. They use that as a storefront to what their actual true organization is really about, and that's really brought into the whole criminality of things.
But the majority of one, that's not the majority. Two, when we don't hold anybody else to that standard, right? When we say hey, we want people to do more for the community. Hey, how do you want them to do more for the community? Oh, we want them to help keep kids off the street. We want them to start up scholarships. We want them to mentor. We want them to tutor. We want them to do these things. You can't then have it both ways and turn around and when you see someone doing those things, say, well, they're probably just doing it for their own selfish interest and they really want to touch on kids or something. Like, no, that we're not doing that.
I know, but that's why I think that we have to look at. I think that we have to look at situation. Oh, I'm gonna let you finish. I'm just gonna say, I think that we have to start looking at situations like that. We cannot be so quick just for somebody is offering something to us to think that is always going to be a positive, right? I think that we made mistakes about that a long time ago, about when somebody came out here and said, I'm going to do this for the community. Look at me, I'm the figurehead, and we're going to make this way and make this movement. And come to find out, they were extracting from the community and they were actually putting more degeneracy inside the community. 10, 15, 20 years later, we don't see no results of it, only but the negative. But they kept on preaching like our preacher and saying, hey, we're here to help the community. We're here to do this. We're here to do that. I have all these ideas that we need to do and you need to fundle and support me. I think we should start looking at people, looking at things in totality, not just only for the fact that somebody want to give something to you.
Yeah, and we are looking at it in totality, right? Kai's not out here being like one of those people who you're talking about where they come on and they act like, oh, I'm doing this all for the community and I don't get no benefit from it or none of that shit, right? Kai's just doing his thing. You don't even know the positive he does unless someone points it out. He's not out here bragging about it or trying to, do something with it. And so to put smut on his name and call him, and hint at these things, you can't hint at these things or say, well, it's not positive just because you gave 100 kids a scholarship because maybe you have something going on behind the scenes that you're trying to do with them kids. Then nobody's going to want to do anything because they're going to be questioned. Their motives are going to be questioned and stuff like that is going to be thrown on their name. That's not right.
This is liar language.
That's not liar. You a hater. You a hater. It's all good. The point being is that Kim's question was, what defines, you're throwing the word hater around, what makes a hater? And that's what makes a hater. When they see something positive and they instantly go to negative, but when they see something negative, they don't have nothing positive. They have all these conspiracy theories about how the positive is actually a negative. They ain't got shit to say when it's something negative about being positive. They don't say it.
I wouldn't necessarily call it a haterism all the time. I would think it would just be sometimes pessimistic.
But you're only pessimistic about one person, right?
Yeah.
No, but that's
all right. So that makes him a hater. That makes him a hater.
So, but you again, you lying.
When you see something positive and then you tell your viewers, hey, I don't see anything positive.
You're not. So the problem is we already established.
Mr. Hater, this is not your time to shine right now, Mr. Hater.
We already established that putting somebody on doesn't mean anything positive at all.
We know listen, this is like talking, my brother does not rock with CP3.
Your argument is that putting somebody on is positive, but you cannot substantiate that. So you keep trying to make it seem like I'm being negative towards somebody when you're not proving it at all. What I'm seeing from the person, I don't know about these 100 scholarships that you're talking about, unless you're saying his TV show is scholarships. Are you saying his TV show is scholarships? Or are you saying
there's no reason to have the conversation with you because you are a hater. Having a conversation with a hater about somebody that they can't stand, there's no point. That's why I wasn't addressing you. I wasn't talking to you when I brought it up. So I'm gonna still bring it up. I'm just not gonna talk to you about it because there's no point.
Okay, so don't talk.
My brother does not rock with CP3 at all. It don't matter what CP3 do. My brother's like he's not even close to top 5. He might not even be a top 10 point guard. That's fine, and that's exactly how Sharon. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to MJ, and that's exactly how Sharon is. That's exactly how Sharon is with Kai. It don't matter what positives Kai has, he's still gonna have something negative to say. It don't matter. It don't matter, MJ.
Okay,
and that's why he getting sensitive. That's why he getting sensitive about it. You're getting real sensitive and triggered right now.
Yeah, I'm getting sensitive of you trying to take over the show, like you understand how the show is supposed to go. Okay. Welcome to the show, TMZ Taz. That was it. That was insane. Lion languages. Wow. You there, Goat?
Yeah, I take serious issue with like the blind coverage for like the idea stuff in the community, that 501c3 I'm doing stuff to help the community. I know what AR's saying, but we can't support that blindly, and that's just based on the amount of times we've seen people misuse it. And so a lot of that has become a hustle, It's not just doing work for the community or trying to benefit the community. It's to benefit yourself with the idea in mind that you can just tell us you're benefiting the community. Some people need to be looked into. I'm not saying the person y'all talking about right now because I came in kind of late, but everybody can't be trusted in that I'm doing work in the community conversation. That was Polite. That was Malachi Z. York. That was many others over the years who we weren't supposed to question because they were doing something.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. You know, we have seen that play out so many times, and I understand that you don't want to ward people off of trying to go out there and do something good if they have to be questioned. But at the end of the day, people should be questioning everything. The only person who has to be scared of people asking questions and verifying is the ones that have something to hide. That's just the truth.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. And I don't know why people like enjoy defending degenerate behavior. And then to say you could defend degenerate behavior because you see one positive thing. Yeah, he did 10 negative things. But look at this one positive thing. That's crazy to me. I mean, shouldn't we go by the history at this point? We know that the drug dealers was giving out turkeys, and that's what they used to say, right, Daz? Look at all the money that they put into the neighborhood. They bought bins. They go to the bodega. They go to this where they buy turkeys for everybody to eat on Thanksgiving. But you you tore down the whole community, people getting shot, stabbed, killed, and all these other things. So yeah.
Yeah, if you really look at it though, right? Like these are the same people that was killing other people in the community's children, and they like, here, your child was worth a turkey due to the drug war, due to the guns war. Here's a turkey. Thank you for your sacrifice.
Not only that, look at Cardi B, right? Like everybody say, hey, her music is detrimental, but guess what? She don't allow in her house her own music. She don't allow her kids to listen to it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah, she don't allow. She said it.
She don't know. Yeah.
I don't. My kids cannot listen to this shit.
She said,
Deron, you know what? Deron, you know what destroyed the black community? The CIA. The CIA destroyed the black community.
Thank you, Jalen. I appreciate it.
I told y'all Jalen knew the truth, big dog.
I already read it on the article.
I bet you 500 he can't give you 3 examples of it.
Jalen,
Jalen destroyed I can't tell you. I can.
Oh shit. But well, what's your take on Casanat, TMZ?
Oh shit. He well, I mean, you know, he one of them dudes that just got popular, man. And, you know, with that, I think people using their popularity to, you know, promote themselves and get bigger. He's just a streamer that made it. I don't really have a negative opinion of him. You know what I'm saying? He just, you know, somebody made it. I remember they tried to get him with the little thing in New York when he, you know, told people to pop out and like 1 million people came out there. I thought that was kind of like targeting on him or whatever. But yeah, I don't really have no issue with him. I don't know nothing negative about him to say anything negative, so I wouldn't.
You think he doing anything productive for our young people?
Productive is a whole nother conversation, I think. I don't think I would say it's productive. I think in terms of like giving people some airtime, giving them the ability to make some more money. I guess if you're calling that productive, I could agree, like with what AR was saying. But outside of that, not really. If you're talking about giving people jobs and opportunities, that's always cool. But I don't see him as like in the conversation about like black people. like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I think just because you're black, sometimes people give pro-black credit to you. I don't see him in that light. He's just a you know, a young dude that's doing his thing, and with that, you know, he can pull some people up. But are we attaching the extra? He putting brothers on. Yeah, but he's putting some white people on too now. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just, you know, black people. You know what I mean? So you know, I seen benefit in itself. You know what I'm saying? I don't think we need to add nothing to it.
Yeah, I agree. I don't like the idea of him being so. I don't know. I don't like I just see where the streaming shit is going. It seems like the streaming shit is going in the same path as hip hop. Started up as something just fun, and then now it's going to start steering towards a whole different direction. Then they're going to start having different sections. They're going to have the gangster streamers versus the cornball streamers, and you know, I'll just see.
Yeah,
it.
they already have that already though. They already have those different type of sectors of streamers.
You know what I mean? So, and it's going to get negative. I'm seeing them getting more aggressive. I'm seeing them fight more on these live streams. They setting up ways where, you know, pretty soon they're going to have real ops. They're going to be shooting each other on. It ain't going to just be on Facebook Live. It's going to be on Kick Live. You know what I'm saying?
They're doing that already. They're doing that already. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, you can MJ, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say they're doing that already. There's been a couple of instances that people have gotten shot in that or lost their life in the streaming community. There's people that have been raped or have been dealing with each other, two different streamers who have been raped, and there's court cases out there that you can go ahead and review that's to the public that has been experienced in the streamer community. So a lot of these things are playing out in many different communities, depending on which apparatus you're looking at. This is happening. And I think to your point, Sharon, it's because when you see how lucrative it is, and it's an untouched source of resource and income, a new way of doing things, right? And you're the first people that's using it and building it and stuff like that. You want it to grow. Anybody would want something that they have created to grow, right? But then if you're not in control of how it grows, or you're not really putting stipulations on how it grows, it's going to get out of control. So what you're seeing is out of control, and now someone taking a great idea and putting a negative connotation on it.
Okay, Sharon, I got to name you. I can tell you right now with 3 things about the CIA. Okay, I can tell you like this: the CIA had brought drugs into the black households to have black people turn on each other. That's it. The CIA brought drugs into the black household.
Number 2,
the CIA had ruined the black community. You know why? The CIA was created by the white man.
Number 3,
also the CIA was never there for black people anyway. It was for the white man. And the CIA created feminists to have black women turn against the black man because the CIA was created by Gloria Steinem.
Ooh, he said a name. Hey, thank you, Jalen. I appreciate that.
And you learned all of that in 5 minutes, Jalen?
I already read on the Google thing.
I ain't got nothing to say. Good job, Jalen. Accept that for what it is. That is
God
progress.
Damn.
That is progress.
Insane. But I just be, you know, I be just wanting something that we could combat things a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? It cannot just be you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it can't be.
Oh no,
like,
it's gonna be. I mean, it's not gonna be because Sharon, the money is wrapped. I mean, I just keep looking at it for what the money is wrapped up in doing what they do. The money is wrapped up in the other shit, bro. And I don't know why the counterculture sells so well. You know what I'm saying? Why a positive piece of our culture can't sell the same way the counterculture does, but it just don't. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of messed up, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, because we can't expect people to get on here and not try to make money. Yeah, I mean, that's going to typically be the goal for being on here. So with that, it's like, you know, you gotta accept the good with the bad, I guess.
But the problem is that the issue is that I'm willing to accept the good and the bad. The issue is that it seems like the consumers is not willing to accept the good and the bad. They're only willing to accept the bad. Like I'm just seeing this couple do a food review. And it was like one of the most craziest things. It was like two crackheads doing a review, but it had like 1 million views. And I'm just like, this. And you can see their teeth is out, everything. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and I was just like, man, this is wild wicked to me. But it is what it is.
Yeah, but like it's just like like how do you get into that algorithm? Because you see stuff like that, but it's like I don't know how to get 450,000 people to come and watch me do no dumb shit. And I don't necessarily do no dumb shit anyway. So if I try this and you know what I'm saying, if I jump out there with this, fam, it better work.
It better work. If I'm gonna be out there with a toilet on my head, squirting ketchup on my face, I better have 100,000 watching. Goddamn it, shit! If I'm gonna make a fool of myself.
Yeah, that's my biggest fear, trying any of that old newfound stuff, just trying to get clicks and views, bro. Yeah, I'm not sure.
And the next you know, you the man in the hot dog suit.
Yeah, but that worked for somebody else. It might not work for me, bro.
What I've noticed that the people who do that, whether or not they're just performing just for money, they really don't care about the consequences before of them performing in that way. I think that that's what makes them successful. It seems that whereas if you or Sharon or anybody else on this panel was to go that route and take it all the way to that level, y'all have a conscience. So it's going to prick at you. You don't want to be perceived a certain type of way. You don't want your family or your loved ones perceiving you in a certain type of way. So that's what would make you watch your words, watch your manners, watch your behaviors and things of that sort. The most top people who are dabbling in that type of sector, they don't care regardless. They don't care about how their family views them. They don't care how people view their family. They don't care about their legacy. They don't care about what they're leaving behind on the internet. They don't care. They're like, I'm going to die anywhere. So anyways, I'm going to do whatever I have to do right now in this moment.
But see, like, I don't think just everybody can bounce back from the hot dog suit though, like that. You know what I'm saying? Like some people, it will never, ever be forgotten. You know what I'm saying? It's just gonna be the end of your YouTube career to pop out in a hot dog suit. You know what I'm saying? Whereas for some others, that works. You know what I'm saying? You can get away with some shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. It's not. That's another reason why a lot of people are skeptical not to go down that route, because they know some people have that charisma where they can bounce back, and people who generally like them, they're gonna always have some form of fan base. Other people, they literally have to perform as puppets to what the audience want them to perform like. And as soon as they stray away from that, they're gonna get cut off. Like how Myron Gaines somewhat got cut off, how Candace Owens somehow got cut off, like Donovan Sharp got cut off. This is what's going to happen. They didn't have that way where they could be very fluid on how they operate online. They have to stick the mold that what they put themselves out as in.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Taz, they thought they had me like that too. They thought they could just, you know what I mean? But I'm authentic to myself, so I'm still going to be able to shine past no matter how many times they try to form up teams. Like, I think this year they formed the most teams against me this year. They try to even recruit Taz one time. They almost got him. They almost got me.
Well, see, that's never gonna stop, especially because like you got some traction, bro. Like a lot of people don't have no traction, and we just we ain't honest about it. You know what I mean? But just being real, a lot of people ain't got no traction, fam. Don't nobody want to see them. Don't nobody care about what they talking about, and they know it. And so, you know what I'm saying? With that, the best they gonna do is what they doing now, and they look over here, they see you steady growing, steady grinding. You know what I'm saying? And for some, that's a problem, bro. Like motherfuckers don't want to see you win.
That should be pissing them off. Oh shit, that should be wild to me. That's one of the wildest things I never really understood that.
What? You ain't never understood what? That some people just genuinely don't like you?
Until you become like, so, you know, like that
I
genuine,
don't think they
hate.
dislike
Like,
him
so you
though.
see how like Taz get a lot of hate, right? Now, if over the next 6 months he start having 1,000 to 2,000 people, all of a sudden he ain't gonna be hated no more.
Oh no, Taz gonna be hated regardless because he's not going to pacify anyone.
But they're gonna love that. They're gonna say, see, that's why Taz is the GOAT. He don't pacify nobody. All of a sudden, all the things that people are attempting to make a negative about him now, because they feel like they have the ability to be negative towards him,
pull
or how
up,
they
hop
feel like
on
they
the
can
panel. Bro, they gonna pull up, hop on the panel, see Cash App so I can shout their name out. He right, MJ, to a certain extent. Now, you know, some people just ops, you know what I'm saying? Just is what it is.
Yeah.
But half the space that you never see will be in your chat if you get 400 plus. People that you never see that, and you know what I'm saying? That's not even to say they got a problem with you. They just typically ignore you. But you put some numbers on the board, they popping in, hey, Taz, it's been a minute. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's normal. You know what I'm saying? It's normal. That's how
That's just that's following the money. That's bandwagoners. You know, what's hype, what's new, what's the new trend. That's what it is. Because as soon as everything slow down, like you said, they're not there, right? But if it seemed like you getting good, when have it in the hood when you see somebody out here flexing or they got a new Rolex or a new car or something, now everybody and their mama is like, oh, look at you, I see you out there fly, you out here stunting. Now they want to hang with you, they want to party with you because they want to feed off that type of energy. It's positive energy. You got something coming in, maybe you can rub off on them. That's just the way how people are. They gravitate to things like that.
But that's where the problem begins, and that's why we have such a big scamming culture when it comes to entertainment. That's why all the rappers now, they got their first music video, they got $1 million jewelry, a Bugatti, a Maybach. Like, bro, you just came out yesterday. How you got all these things talking about you drug trafficking? And now then we come find out for 3 months later that the whole thing was a lie. Same thing with these streamers, right? We're gonna start seeing them fall, and they can't maintain all the houses that they renting, the cars that they renting, and all that other shit, right? Because once the loans start to be exposed, shit is gonna change. Because people act as their numbers is real, but we know, as being content creators, we know it don't move like that for real.
The numbers are always going to change. They're always going to fluctuate, right? You're going to have an influx of people that might like your content, and you might have an influx of people that initially came in, wanted to see about it, stayed 2 minutes, and was like, nah, I'm not with it, right? So I don't really think that people should really bank on subscribers or necessarily the numbers per se. It's more about like the involvement, right? The consumer involvement. So if they're touching down, leaving comments, they're saying, hey, can you talk about this? They're sending you emails saying, hey, I would like you to discuss this, and what's your take on that? That's a real, I guess, a better engagement, really, per se, to see whether or not if you're moving in the correct manner for your channel or you progressing.
But they fake all that, though. Like, what I'm saying is that majority, they faking all those numbers. Son ain't adding up. Like we see, like we thought it was strange back in the days when like certain people was going platinum and we never heard a record playing out nobody's car. Like, how you go platinum? We ain't hear not one person play your song. You know what I'm saying? That's what's happening now.
I'll tell you one thing that's happening though. That damn vertical thing, when you do that shit is deceptive. Right? Like, bro, I don't know if they coming in for 2-3 minutes or 30 seconds or what. But bro, when I tell you them views on that shit be astronomical, like you bought the views there. They had 15,000 views on a video that maybe peaked at 200. And I'm looking like, nah. You know what I'm saying? And so from the outside, somebody else might think you bought those views, but it's like, no, that's those vertical views, fam. And I think they got that in the shorts algorithm. So your views typically are higher on that vertical thing. But yeah, I was tripping over that. But that shit had my shit looking like I was over there Nigga doing crazy numbers.
Superstar. But that also goes to show that like your content is better than what the numbers are showing. Because when they put it in front of actually more people watched it. That's what I see it as.
It do benefit you when you know what I'm saying. Typically, when people see higher numbers on a video, they tend to stop and give that one some credence.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Like, oh, why did 100,000 people watch it? Why is 1,000 people watching this? And then now you got 1,000. Now you got another 500 watching because they want to see why other people watching it.
Yeah, see, with the vertical views, because most of my channel is all in vertical. The vertical views, it just literally places you in the algorithm longer than the landscape views. Meaning the algorithm actually literally pushes you out to everybody initially to see, hey, this is the title, this is what's being talked about, and also this is who's live right now. So there's literally people who just come on YouTube and all they want to know is who's live right now. That will be the ones that will actually click on to a channel if they find it interesting within that 1 to 2 minute span. Now, whether they stay throughout, that's different. That's only if they enjoy the content. But vertical definitely help for the initial click of viewership. That's how the views are higher than how it is in landscape.
Is vertical not YouTube
I think all you
mobile?
need is 3 seconds. Yeah, Shadow.
Is vertical not YouTube mobile? So when people are hitting live
Yes,
and
it
then
is.
scrolling, that's what I thought.
It's my first. I did the vertical live stream on Prism Live Studio several times.
Thank you, Jayla.
Yeah, vertical definitely is more for people who's on mobile, right? Landscape is more for people who's using the television or their computer, laptops, and stuff like that. Definitely is more for people who's on.
MJ.
MJ
versus MJ. Yeah, but I seen that the other day. I'm like, damn, okay, because I don't really use vertical that much. I just started about the past month or so. Like I said, the views here is kind of higher on the vertical side, but the watch time ain't high. You know what I'm saying? It's just like a view.
Yeah, if you can get past 100 on vertical, I think it's but most people, I think all you need is if you can get past 1 minute on vertical, then you got a good vertical, in my opinion. But most people have around like 20 seconds, 10 seconds, or something like that.
Yeah, if you get into those
crazy on my little vertical, it's like the white people come to the vertical and my regular subscribers come to the regular stream. And so when the title's something a little off-putting, the vertical be over there jumping with just a bunch of white people mad as hell. Yeah, I'm saying in that stream, they never come to the other stream. They just over there in the vertical tearing it up like.
Yeah.
Ooh, good day. Welcome to the show, Bob Cherry. Good day to you.
Hey, everybody. I was shocked you were still live this late.
Hey,
me too.
MJ.
Me too. I was supposed to been gone.
Yeah, I heard y'all talk about the vertical. I never used the vertical yet, but I heard that you got to get like 10,000 views just for it to count as something. So the vertical,
it don't pay.
Huh?
It don't pay. It don't pay.
Yeah, it don't pay. You got to get a lot of views just to get $1 over there.
I ain't monetized anyway, so it don't matter for me. But you gotta definitely put the views up to get paid on vertical.
Yeah, it's something like 100.
I think
1,000.
No, I think it's it's definitely somewhere in the millions for sure. To actually see something more, something substantial. Not
like
a dollar.
$200 for 1 million views is what my wife said.
Yeah, I thought it was something like $10,000 $1 or some shit like that.
It might be. It might be something like that, Bob.
Yeah.
Word, it might be close to something like that for real though. Like, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, verticals is very good for, like I said, if you want to build your subscriber base, then it's very good to use vertical or have a lot of your shows in vertical if you want a new fan base or you want to add on to the numbers. But if you talk about money wise, no, you have to have high numbers, like you said, high numbers to be seeing some real decent money there. But if you want to expand your viewership, then yeah, use vertical, because you're going to tap into so many different sectors. Like I said, the algorithm literally just pushed your live stream to the top of what's live right now. So if anyone's interested in the thumbnail or the title, they're going to click on it and you're going to get the view.
Yeah,
and let me also shout out to John. He's the only person on Oldest stream talking ish to me, which is crazy. You could just be on my stream watching me. You could talk shit there.